Well, here we are, episode 129, I think. Either way. This is our end of year show. Me and the Wrecking Two, Mark Smith and Lou Kikio from the Music Relish Show. We'll be going over the usual end of year stuff. Who died, right? And some other good stuff. We have a request from one of the listeners. Best endings of songs. Since it's the end of year, let's do what songs have the best endings. So we each have a list. Pretty interesting. And so it should be a good show. Sit back, relax, enjoy our end of year show, and Happy New Year.
The KOFB studio presents Milk Crates and Turntables, a music discussion podcast hosted by Scott McLean. Now, let's talk music. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful introduction as usual. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Welcome to the podcast. You know the name. I'm not going to say it. We're streaming live right now over Facebook, YouTube, X. I hesitated afterwards because I always say the T word. X, Twitch, D-Live, a few other things. Let me get this kind of moved over here. So we have our end of year show. I got a new piece of equipment for Christmas. Dr. Vera hooked me up. So if my voice sounds a little different than it usually does, I'm still working out the kinks, trying to get it right where I want it. For you people that might listen a lot, I don't know if you know it, but maybe you do, that everything is sound. Sound to me is everything. Well, it is a podcast. It's supposed to sound good, but I want to sound how I want to sound. So, you fight with new equipment. Now, if this was, like I always refer to this story that Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails was asked in an interview, why do you smash your keyboards and equipment? He says, well, if the machine doesn't work, the machine must pay. So, trust me, today I wished I could smash this thing, but Dr. Vera would not appreciate that too much. And then I would regret it, and nothing good comes of that. So I'm at this point right now. Not that any of you care. I'm just waiting for people to come into the live stream. But with all that said, let's bring in one half of the Wrecking Two, because the other one isn't here. Hold on. I got a special introduction for him. Hold on.
Lou Kikio.
Let's keep that on.
I will. Like
That's
that.
great. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's part of the new equipment. You know what Mark's going to get? He doesn't know it. He's going to get this.
Mark Smith.
And where's Mark now?
Mark's at a party.
He's an indoor block party. It's
an indoor block party. So if that's not a super spreader, I don't know what is.
That's what's in an airplane hangar.
Yeah, happy fucking New Year. It's always that one guest that's going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to say, oh, I'm feeling okay. I'm okay. You're at an indoor block party. Isn't that just a party? Isn't that a house party?
A block party. You got the neighborhood's roped off.
But it's in a house.
It's an indoor block party.
So it's basically, what, you go from house to house? Is that how that works?
God. Maybe. We'll find out.
Like everyone just has their front door open, heating the street, and
just walking into
anybody's house, like
using your bathroom.
Yeah. Me and my friends used to love parties like that.
Double dipping in the dip everywhere.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Nobody knows what he's gonna do.
People leave their beer in the refrigerator. They trust people. I mean,
yeah, right.
I don't know. I didn't grow up like that. We loved parties like that because it saved us a lot of money. Because
And
we
it's
didn't have
not
to buy beer the next day. We used
Right.
theirs.
It's not a block party unless they're playing What's the Matter You?
What, is that the Italian block party song?
That's the Italian block party song, yes.
Oh, boy.
Circa 1980.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, Mark said he's going to jump in as fast as he can, which we don't know what that. Now my glasses. I don't know about you, Lou, but does it bother you when you have a spot on your glasses?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like just the smallest speck?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Drives me nuts.
I hate it. But they somehow always appear. No matter how many times I'll clean these, in a half hour, somehow a spot is going to be there. It's like it grows. But, well, let's jump right into it. So,
Sure.
our, again, there's the fucking spot.
Or is it a
I
scratch?
missed it. No, not a scratch. I have a pair that is scratched. And that's like break glass in case of emergency glasses.
Right. That's all. It says welcome to cataracts, too, because the thing's always in your eye. It just can't. It won't go away.
Yeah. It's like a permanent floater while you're wearing them. So we are going out. Patty Yassi, good evening, she says. Scott and Lou, Happy New Year. Yeah. Mark will be here as soon as he can. We might let him get caught up. We might not let him get caught up. We'll see. We'll see where the show is going. So, end of year show, and like I said in the intro, it's always about death,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's never really like, hey, there was a great festival back in July. End of years are always like doom and gloom, and so let's get into the doom and gloom. Well, let's start right off with the most recent person who passed away. Like, was it 2 days ago? Tom Smothers. For
Yeah.
Baby boomers.
Yep.
The Smothers brothers, musicians and comedians.
They were activists.
Activists, yep.
They had a cool TV show. Remember the Smother Brothers? Was it the Comedy Hour? Was that
The
what
Comedy
it was
Hour,
called?
yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. And Tommy played the dumb guy, but he wasn't.
No,
That was his-
he wasn't, but he was great at doing it.
Oh, yeah. He was
great
the
at
edgier of the two, actually.
Yeah, because he could get away with it because he played dumb.
Yep.
Make those like comments, be like, huh? What? So, yeah, he passed away. But let me see. I think we'll start off the beginning of the year. The child star, Adam Rich from 8 is Enough. He was the youngest kid.
Did he die?
He died, yeah, last
Wow.
year. Well, the beginning of the year, January 7th.
Wow. He's young, probably.
He died from effects of the drug fentanyl.
Wow.
Yep, another one, fentanyl.
A lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
Around this part of the state, too. Western
Yeah.
North Carolina.
it's everywhere, dude.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. So who do you got? We'll kind of bounce around.
There's Hollywood celebrities, musicians,
Whoever you want.
a lot of music. Okay, I'm going to mention because on our playlist today, songs by this guy kept popping up, and it's Jim Gordon, the drummer, legendary drummer Jim Gordon.
Oh yeah.
I think he was 72 or 77. He died in prison.
Yeah, give the people a little background.
Yeah, Jim Gordon is just a session drummer extraordinaire from a young kid. Played with the Everly Brothers. He was a member of the Wrecking Crew.
Yep.
He played with the Beach Boys. He's the drummer in the Derek and the Dominos, Layla and Assorted Love Songs. He's a co-writer of Layla. Played in Gordon Lightfoot. Just session extraordinaire. Steely Dan. That's him on Ricky Don't Lose That Number. But the guy was an ill guy, and long story short, he was schizophrenic, undiagnosed. He was misdiagnosed with alcohol problems, which he probably had too. But he murdered his mother, like in 1983, I think.
Yeah.
And spent the rest of that life in prison.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A brilliant drummer, but troubled
Well,
dude.
if he was on the Wrecking Crew, then
Yeah.
not to be confused with the Wrecking 2.
No one can touch the Wrecking 2.
That's right. They're on their own level of brilliance.
Yeah, man. Uh-huh.
So you mentioned Steely Dan. Name the one song they have writing credits on every single song, right? Becker and Fagan,
Mhm.
except for one.
Oh,
Do you know what song it is?
Probably not. Is Dirty Work?
No.
No.
Fez.
Oh wow.
Never gonna do it without the Fez on. They got stuck. When you have two people writing, I guess sometimes it can be you can't get past things. And piano player, keyboard player. I forget his name. But they asked him, hey, because he played on all their, like almost all their albums. He was a studio guy. And they said, what can you do with this? The guy added the melody in there and the whole thing. And they were like, you know what? Let's give him a writing credit.
Wow.
That was it.
That's
no one
the
else
only
ever
one.
got another writing credit from those two. Smart business move.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of those guys, people that played on the Beatles records, these orchestra guys, got scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what album is Fez on? Royal Scam?
That's a good question. Royal Scam? Let's see.
I want a Fez, by the way. Shriner.
Let's see. The Fez.
Here comes the Fez.
Song facts. Yeah, the Royal Scam.
Okay.
76, yeah. Yep. Great album.
Yep.
One of their I think it's always kind of overshadowed by Pretzel Logic and Asia and
it wasn't a big hit album though, was it?
No.
Great songs. I mean,
yeah, the Royal Scam itself is an amazing song.
Yeah,
it's so out of their box.
Right. I'm not sure if Kid Charlemagne's on that one.
Might be,
because like those are album tracks that got radio play though.
Yeah,
that's how we know them.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't a hit, but I mean, goddamn, they played it.
Yep. Joanne Kazborski's in there. Hi, Joanne.
Hey.
She shared it. She shared the live stream. Thank you, nice. Joanne.
Cool.
We love you. Happy New Year. Then back in, let me see. I think he died, last January. Jeff Beck.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like last January, does it?
I thought it was in the summer.
Yeah.
It seemed a little more soon.
Yeah.
Sooner than that.
Yeah. January 10th he died. 8 Grammy Awards. Twice inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yardbirds and solo.
Yeah. Yeah.
He played up until the end too.
Yeah, he did. Who do you get?
Big hero of mine. Actually, I lost a lot of heroes this year. Robbie Robertson.
Oh, yeah.
Songwriter of the band and Mr. Soundtrack, Martin Scorsese's collaborator.
Yeah.
His last solo record, I think it was 2019. It's great.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the with the Flowers of the Killing Moon, the Scorsese's last movie.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet either with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't either, but I'm certainly going to. But the music's apparently fantastic. He did great soundtracks.
Yeah.
Raging Bull, King of Comedy.
Oh, he did Raging Bull, really?
Oh yeah. The Color of Money.
Yep.
A bunch of stuff.
Let me see. Back in January, also. January was a bad month.
Scott.
Yeah.
I noticed January is a horrible month for famous people dying.
Yeah.
Glenn Frey, Neil Peart, David Bowie.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Right?
It's a bitter month, man.
Well, look at the weather. You know what I mean?
No, really. Well, maybe not, geographically where they live.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone loves Florida in January. I know.
That's right. They do.
Yeah,
that's
they do.
Right. They do. Lisa Marie Presley died.
Yeah.
Last January. Yeah. Beautiful girl. Troubled, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Never got over her son, right? No, that was Sinead O'Connor.
No.
It was her too.
That's right. Well, it didn't her. I think she lost a kid too.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she died. Small bowel obstruction.
Yeah.
Sequelae.
That's what got Morris Gibb.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Another young guy.
Yeah.
The unheralded Bee Gee was Morris.
Yeah.
that guy could play anything.
Yep.
Rodriguez, Sixto, that's how you pronounce it.
Sixto Rodriguez, yeah.
I didn't know he died until today.
Ah, yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sugar Man.
Sugar
right?
Man, yep.
Searching for Sugar Man.
So, yeah, you've seen that.
Oh, I highly recommended it.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, if you ever want to see a great music documentary, and it's not really about the music, it is, but this guy's life was very interesting.
Yeah.
Searching for Sugar Man. I highly suggest it.
And-
I don't know if a lot of people are into documentaries,
Right.
but if you want to watch a really interesting documentary on somebody you've never heard of, but you should have heard of him,
Yep.
and no one really heard of him in America until this documentary came out. And that won a lot of awards too. I believe.
Yeah. That's, the song Sugar Man. I mean, I remember hearing that somewhere, just, some college station will play some obscurity on XM,
Yeah.
but I didn't know anything about it. In fact, that guy I worked with, he didn't know who he was, and he just happened to watch the documentary offhand.
Yeah.
And he said, he goes, who is this guy? It's fascinating. He kind of went underground there.
He
But
just kind of fell off and
Yeah.
just did his own thing. It never knew that a whole country
Well, what was the country? It wasn't
it like Buenos Aires or something.
Something,
like
yeah,
that?
it wasn't
One of
America,
those
sure.
weird. It was a really off-center country that you wouldn't
Portugal
think-
or something. Or?
Yeah, but it was. Did they? Oh no, wasn't it in South Africa?
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they heard his album, and the whole country went nuts, and he had no idea. He had no idea that he was basically an icon over there,
Yeah.
superstar.
Unknown in his own country. That's an old story too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. But watch that documentary, Searching for Sugar Man.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be disappointed. Also back in January, David Crosby died.
In January, another one.
Jesus.
God
Yeah.
damn. I didn't record the months. I should have.
It's
When
just
they
on
were-
my list. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Just
still, I
happens to
mean,
be-
I said that a couple years ago to some friend. I said, if you're a musician, don't leave the house in January. Just
Well,
be fucking careful. I don't know. It's just it's disproportionate almost.
yeah. Robert Kirkman. Good evening, Dr. Porkchop. That's his name, Dr. Porkchop. Who else you got?
This was a biggie for me too. Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that guy
Not
was
in the
amazing.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Seriously.
Not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? How does that
Well-
how does that happen?
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, he was Canadian, but Neil Young's in.
Exactly.
A lot of Ken Rush is in, but and you can't make the claim that he wasn't rock and roll enough. You can't do that. He was all
No,
over
not
all over
now.
popular music.
Not now, you can't.
No.
When you're putting in Run DMC and LL Cool J and
Carly Simon.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
Carly
bands that are in. Well, not a lot. Yeah, Carly Simon. Well, she's in because of her mouth. So,
Yes. Yes, that's her category.
That's kind of best mouth in
The
music.
queen of that category.
Oh yeah.
Who will top that?
Yeah, I just don't get it. I
Yeah.
don't get it. There's bands in there that are just pop bands.
Yeah.
The Bee Gees, right?
Bon Jovi's in.
Yeah, which I don't understand that either. But
No. They should have made him wait.
yeah,
I never got that band.
never liked them. Never bought into it. No.
They were a band like Def Leppard. I didn't know they were that friggin' huge.
Yeah,
I know that- I knew-
Def
I knew-
Leppard was.
I knew they were big, but I didn't realize they were that big, and I was young enough to know too. It wasn't.
Yeah. Well,
No,
you
I was
weren't
a-
paying
it-
attention to them.
I wasn't paying that much attention. No. I mean, I like some of the singles, but I was just like, but I had no idea the scope.
Hey Lou, your kaleidoscope is really glowing tonight.
It's happening today. I think
yeah,
we're
you
having
got
a
some
power
light
surge
in there.
here.
Finally, you're not sitting in a dark corner like.
No, I got flesh tones. I don't look like silly putty today.
Let's not get into the whole sanguine thing again. Okay.
No, we did that.
Also back in January, Lisa Loring died.
Clue
You
me
know
in.
who that is? Lisa
Kind of.
Loring. She was the original Wednesday Addams in the
Really?
Addams family. Yeah.
From the TV show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
She was only 64. Yeah. One of the
Wow.
most iconic characters. And she was
Oh.
not even a big part of the show.
No, but
But
still.
Wednesday Addams is just like, and then what's her name just really launched it.
Yvonne DiCarlo?
No. She played Wednesday in the Addams Family movies. What's her name?
Jenny Ortega?
No, that's the new
Oh,
one.
Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci. She, who's still fucking hot today.
Yeah. She has a really large head, doesn't she?
That's all right. It fits.
Yeah, that's fine, but
it fits.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's
You
just
know?
round. It's really round.
Yeah, but it fits. She has a little bit of a high forehead, but she's rocking.
Yeah.
Still rocking. Did you ever see the movie Black Snake Moan?
No.
Oh boy.
It's a dark one. It's a dark
No,
one.
with her and Samuel L. Jackson.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Does he ever chain to a radiator or something?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a good movie, but you get a lot of Christine in that movie.
Mm.
Yes, you do. But yeah, Christina Ricci made it, and now Jenna Ortega. She's a cute little thing too.
Yeah. I haven't seen that though.
Oh, you have to see it, dude. It is really good.
Is it called Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
What's the streaming? Is it Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was number 1 on Netflix for a while. It just fell. Something fall? I heard something fall.
Huh.
I don't know. Oh, by the way, I got to show these tonight. I got my little Bruno Sammartino, Iron Sheik, and George the Animal Steel that my friend Bill Green sent me. He said, would I put them on? He listens to the podcast. And if you ever want to see some great nature videos, go to his YouTube channel is Wild Bill Green. He does some great editing. The dude just, and I respect that because I love editing. I love video editing. I notice it. It's those videos that you watch and you see him just walking by, and people take that for granted. But there's a whole setup you have to do to get that shot, and he does real good editing and blending, real good. He's always out in the woods, taking pictures, and he's got a very dry sense of humor. He's very, and I'm still waiting for him to, what was it? He always has coffee out there. I don't know if he's had soup out in the woods yet or something.
He brings the thermos.
Yeah, he always has the coffee and,
Does he sit in a deer stand?
No, he trudges through the woods, man. He finds these places and then he takes pictures of them, but he videotapes his whole experience of getting the picture, and it's done really well. It's done. They're really good, and they're relaxing. They're just chill,
Okay.
Yeah. So he sent me these wrestling figures. These got to be from the '80s because they're actually well made. They're all thick rubber type thing.
Yeah. They're not hollow.
Yeah. Let me see. What do we got? Yeah. There he is. The
Nice.
Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
Ivan, number 1, America, Haktui. Ivan, number 1. Ivan, number 1.
It's funny. I didn't grow up with the modern wrestling.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember my dad did it, but I think at that point he was just like, oh my God, he thought they were freaks.
Oh, yeah.
The new guys, he goes, what the fuck is with these people? What are they on?
All right.
Also, I see Iron Man behind you too.
Oh, yeah. You got the Iron Man. Yeah, you got Iron Man. And I can do this. I say, Iron Man, on.
That's great.
Right? Iron Man, off.
The clock is obscuring him over here, so I can't tell. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So the stones light up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the eyes, the chest.
You can't
Iron
see them.
Man, on.
That's very cool.
You just can't see the colors because they're bright. They're too bright for the camera to pick them up.
Gotcha.
But when I turn when he's off, Iron Man off. If I look, I'll just blow up. Let me see. So you gotta. That's wrong. Let's do it like
There's
this. There you go. You see the glove with the stones.
Where it says on my camera live, and it's got the clock countdown. It's right in front of his hand and his face. On my camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's there.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That thing, this video on camera doesn't do it justice. That thing is a work of art, man. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. Spider-Man's pretty cool too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Spider-Man's pretty cool. So who else you got?
There's two from the same band that were brothers, Robbie Bachman and Tim Bachman from BTO.
Oh, they both died this year?
Yeah. Robbie Bachman was the drummer. Tim was the guitar player, I guess rhythm guitar player, up until 1974, where he got thrown out. His brother, Randy, threw him out of the band. I think Randy's a Mormon or some kind of, what are they called? The Jesus Latter-day Saints or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Jehovah's, yeah. But he didn't drink, no drugs, and he became a major sex offender later on.
Oh, man.
I read the story. I was like, oh, shit. All right.
Yeah.
Threw him out of the band. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But both two brothers in the same band, the same year.
All right. Hey, Lou, hold on for give me 10 seconds.
Yeah, man. This is the Milk Crates and Turntables podcast, end of year show. Scott will be back momentarily after this commercial break.
I'm back. So Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket just commented.
He's here.
I am here. So please, can you finally entertain me in 2023? Last chance. Then let's try a little harder in 2024 to entertain me. Oh,
Tough
really?
audience.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
The gauntlet's been tough.
This is an announcement. This is an announcement for Todd, Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket. Go fuck yourself. That is all.
Nice. You got a lot of effects in that thing. I'm jealous.
This is great. Yeah. That alone was worth it.
Yeah, man. Well, you need some AM DJ reverb in there. Some cousin Brucey.
I got reverb. I have echo effect. I have it all. I can do all that shit. Let me see. Let's see. What do we got here? Effects. All right. Let's do this. Turn it on. Testing.
Yes. Nice.
Testing. Testing. Then I turn that off. Let's go back here. Let's go to this. There we go. Turn it on. Hello. Hello out there.
It's like late 1950s. Like
one step beyond. This thing's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm like a kid.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you, Todd.
Yeah, what does Todd says is that was not for you, Lou, or for Mark, just for Scott. You guys do a great job. Don't make me repeat the announcement. Who else you got? Did you just say somebody?
No, I didn't.
You said the Bachman brothers, right?
Yeah, no, yes, that's right. Both of them. Was it Robbie and Tim?
Yeah. Then last February, we lost Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it was a year ago almost, right?
No. We did a Burt Bacharach tribute. Spotify only on the Music Relish Show because YouTube wouldn't do it. It wasn't long after he died, I guess, but yeah.
All right, hold on one second. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce
Mark Smith from the Music Relish Show is on the air.
Hey, Scott. How are you?
Don't try to do. Don't. Yeah, I don't like. There we go. There we go. Yeah. What's up, Mark?
How you doing?
Doing good.
I'm late to the party. Story of my
No
life.
shit. Yeah, but you were late leaving the party. That's the problem.
Oh,
what exactly is an indoor block party? I mean,
pondering this.
Isn't that just a house party?
I have a wonderful group of people on my street, and it's like
Yeah,
a
you and Jack.
triangle.
That's why you and Jack like.
I am
you
not
like
that
Jack.
kind
He's
of
the
guy.
same street.
I'm not the kind of guy that goes around talks to neighbors. These people are genuinely nice people. You can have an intellectual conversation. So they had a little get together.
Do you
So I
join
said,
in
I
on those
can't-
conversations?
Was that a shot at us, Lou?
Yeah, I think
Did
so.
he just take a shot at us?
I had a rebuttal.
No.
An end of year shot
No,
you took at
no,
us just then?
It's not a shot on you, but it's a shot on our society in general, right?
I can have an
We know
intellectual
when you want to talk to
conversation.
people.
We're smart.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
we're
rushed, I
smart. We're
forgot
not
my phone.
stupid like all the other neighbors. We're smart neighbors, and we want respect.
Well, I'll be right back because I forgot my phone. I'll be right back.
He's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
Mark.
well, why
He's just
not?
Mark from the block.
He's Mark. He's
It's Marky
Marky
Mark
on the
from
block.
from the indoor block party.
All right, go
He's
on.
right. He just bugged
Lou,
out.
with-
He just bugged
No,
out.
he
already.
forgot his phone. I don't know.
Okay. Another actor passing. My old college roommate Ryan O'Neal.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was your college roommate.
Yeah, him and Al Gore.
That was your college roommates.
Back in '68.
Get the fuck.
You know I'm not that old. Come
I
on.
was gonna say what?
Well, that was
I
your
was
that was your joke. You're
Yeah, I was
giving
gonna
people
say,
the impression
no,
I'm in my 90s or
you
something.
caught me off guard with that one. Good for you.
I'm only 62, man. Come on.
I'm only 5'1",
5'8".
5'8". Don't take another inch from me.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Ryan O'Neal.
Yeah.
Wasn't his big one? So he did Paper Moon.
Paper
right,
Moon.
with
Yep.
with Jodie Foster.
No, it
No,
was his
no,
daughter.
no. With his daughter. His daughter.
Was it Taters or
Tatum
something?
O'Neal. Taters. That was
Taters.
Taters O'Neal.
Taters.
Taters O'Neal.
Taters O'Neal. She was
Mashed
a cute
taters.
little thing, that Taters.
Yeah, she won an Oscar for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What
it was
else
a good
did what
movie
else
for
did he
its
do?
time.
A
Still
Love
a good
Story.
movie. Yeah.
He did
In Love Story, yeah.
Alan McGraw.
That was the that was the like the heart wrencher of a generation. That
Yeah. Well, Alan McGraw was pretty. In her day, she was
Ally McGraw was
Pretty hot.
she was a pretty girl.
Getaway.
Yeah, yeah. Mark, let's see if you can jump in without repeating.
Good
Do you
luck.
have who do you have that died this year?
That died.
Oh, for me, probably the
No,
hardest
the
death
other
for me.
Mark on the show.
For me,
Not Marky
no,
from the
for me
block.
personally, Jeff Beck. Did you mention him?
Not been repeated. See you around.
All right. You know, he died and he shocked everybody because he wasn't sick and he died suddenly. But then it was kind of a wake up call that you, me, Lou, Perry, a lot of these artists we like are like really old now. And don't be shocked when your favorite artist dies because they're 70 something, you know?
Yeah,
know,
when
on
you're
New Year's
in your
Eve-
60s, you don't want to think about that being
Well,
that imminent. You know.
on New Year's Eve, Andy Sumner, right from the Police, is going to be 81.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's older than the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like
He
their
played
Mick
with
Mars.
Hendrix. He
He's
played
doing a
with Hendrix.
one-man show. He's coming to Fort Lauderdale, and he's going to talk about the songs and play the riffs from them, shit like that. It's like a one-man. I was going to go, but the date just didn't work out. So
I love
Yeah,
the
so-
way he plays guitar.
Me too. Me too. Tough nut to crack sometimes. He's very singular in his playing, but he's definitely good. And actually, I read his biography, not book, but I was reading up on him just last night. He's done a lot more than just the Police. He's had an amazing career.
Soft Machine.
Yeah.
Soft
Yeah.
Machine. Wow, good call. I
Yeah.
forgot all about them.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, good plug. Well, this person died. She was 82, and she died in February. Still hot at 82. Raquel Welch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, that woman was timelessly beautiful.
Yeah, she was.
And if
was.
she had work done, it didn't really show.
No, like Sophia Loren.
Yeah. Some of them really, Joan
Yeah.
Rivers. You can go down the list of them that it's just like so obvious.
Yeah,
Madonna.
Plastic surgery killed Joan Rivers.
Yeah. Also killed the lead singer of Pete Byrne from Dead or Alive.
Really?
Yeah. He had way too much plastic surgery, and
Eee.
I think one of them went bad on him. And
Fuck.
yeah, the original Boy George.
Hmm.
He was always resentful that Boy George got all that attention, and he was around before them, Dead or Alive. So yeah, Raquel Welch, sex symbol of the ages.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember Mother Jugs and Speed?
Mother Jugs and Speed. That's
That's
right.
it. Let's hope they don't call you Speed for everything.
Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah. Oh
She
yeah.
was in that.
I saw that movie. I saw the movie last year. It was streaming. Yeah, but that movie was good. That was a good movie.
It's a fun
Very
watch, right?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it was done really well considering it was at 66 or something.
Yeah, it's a fun watch.
Yeah.
1 million years
Pleasant.
BC. That was the poster, right? That's the one.
She was a cave woman. That's a story.
Like pretty best looking cave woman ever.
Ever. And it must have been a lot of competition for her, man.
Yeah.
So they could all make zug zug with her.
Yeah. She was, I believe, in the running for Marianne on Gilligan's Island.
Wow.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have worked. Too sexy.
Well, it would have.
I mean, it would have
ruined her.
Ginger couldn't compete.
Well, Ginger, there was
hot.
somebody
Ginger
who
was
was in the running for Ginger too. That was very, very beautiful. I forget who it was, but yeah. But it would have killed her career.
Yeah.
You know, because no one on that show, Alan Hale Jr. was making movies for years before that, and never really did anything after.
A skipper. Yeah, really.
Yeah. Who do you got, Lou?
Let's see. Barrett Strong. The writer, a songwriter. He wrote Money. Heard it through the grapevine.
Oh yeah, for Motown.
Yeah, Motown guy. He wrote War.
Yeah.
Or Edwin Starr.
What is it good for?
Absolutely. Just My Imagination. He wrote Papa Was a Rolling Stone, amongst others. But
yeah.
Wow.
Everyone knows Money by the Beatles cover mostly, and the Flying Lizards.
Flying Lizards. Yeah.
I love that version.
That's a great version.
It's so fucking weird. When that stuff came out, I was just like, this is great.
It's so German, isn't it?
God, and I sent the video to you guys. She's just so dead. She's like a corpse.
Yeah.
Her eyes aren't blinking.
No. It's not bad to look at either.
No, I don't know the names of anyone in that band, but
no.
Do you?
No.
Okay.
No. Who do you got, Mark?
Did you guys mention Roger Whittaker?
No.
Okay, Roger Whittaker.
Roger Whittaker.
King of the
That's
road.
right.
Yeah.
He was English.
Was he?
One of the infomercial kings of the 80s.
That's right. That's what that's from. Okay.
Yeah, Roger Whittaker, and he was every infomercial. The great Roger Whittaker sings the Beatles.
Right.
Hey, he had to make money.
He was making money.
Slim
Evidently,
Whitman.
people were buying that shit.
Slim Whitman couldn't hold a candle.
No, but Slim Whitman had a better name and a better look.
Yeah.
With that pencil mustache.
Yeah, the David Niven mustache.
No, I think he was even less than that.
He was even thinner than that.
Yeah.
I wish I had a pencil thin mustache.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Richard Belzer died last year.
Did he?
Yeah. Richard Belzer. Yeah,
Wow.
the Bells. Yeah.
He was probably older than we think, wasn't he? Or no?
He was let me see, 78.
Okay.
So he did one of the best for TV, it was the best police drama in the history of television. I don't care what anybody says. This is my opinion. And I know about television. Homicide: Life on the Streets was so groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Right? The characters were so well written.
Yeah.
And cast. So he was on that show. He had a role as one of the detectives.
Mm-hmm.
It takes place in Baltimore. The same guy that wrote The Wire also, which
That's
is
my favorite,
hands down greatest police show ever.
Yes.
I never saw The Wire.
Dude, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. So Belzer, that character from Homicide, ends up crossing over to Homicide: Life on the Streets. Or was it Law and Order? Was it
Law and Order?
Law and Order. Yeah, he ends up crossing over to that show, the same character, which is really rare in television, to cross over to another series as the same character. So, and he was a stand-up comedian, forever. He was in 326 episodes of Law and Order SVU.
Wow.
That's like a whole year's worth.
326 episodes, yeah.
And they filmed that at a frenetic pace, from what I heard. So he worked hard.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a comedian by trade? Most
he was
basically?
a stand-up. He was a stand-up comedian. Yeah.
Okay.
Once he started acting, he never really went back to stand-up. They never do, really.
Yeah, it's true.
It's almost like
did Eddie Murphy
stand-up is a means to an end?
Yeah.
And then vice versa, when a serious actor does comedy, like Vince Vaughn, he started out dramatic. John C. Reilly, these guys started out as serious actors. Once they go comedy, you can never really watch them be serious.
John C. Reilly is a great actor.
He's a good drummer too.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
No, John C. Reilly's a drummer?
I saw a video of him playing the drums. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He plays guitar too. He sings. The thing about a comedy, it's not easy to do comedy.
Right.
Right.
Nobody's laughing. We're laughing at the movie, but when you're filming it, no one's laughing. They're playing these scenes straight, being funny because the technicians and the crew can't laugh. So it's not an easy thing to do.
John C. Reilly did this skit called Check It Out. He did these little skits on Adult Swim, right, on the Cartoon Network. Dude, I'll send you these things.
Okay.
Fucking hilarious. One of the greatest characters I've ever seen in comedy skits. It's based on like this public, like a what do you call it? Local cable access show. I'll send you a video. It's called Check It Out.
Is there a name he uses? Fictitious
in the show? Yeah, he's a doctor.
Yes.
I forget his name.
I know. We carried his wine.
Did you really?
He does it. It's called sweet berry wine. He does this thing. He's drinking. He's getting drunk and he's being stupid. He's got wine all over his lips.
Yeah.
But someone actually made that wine. It's like $40 a bottle. But one of our customers special ordered it. So we had like 6 bottles of sweet berry. You couldn't walk by it without laughing at it.
I don't think I've ever spent $40 on a bottle of wine.
Oh, Mark, it can be a wonderful experience, or it can be like,
I know. That's right.
I'm sure there's a Yellowtail Reserve.
Dr. Stephen Gruel.
There is.
That's the character.
That's it. That's
Stephen Gruel.
Yes.
And he says, "I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor." That's right. I'm a doctor. You got to see it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
Oh, okay. All right. Mark, who do you
got? Jim Ladd. Just recently.
Did I skip you, Lou? Did I skip you?
I don't know. We're
Doesn't
bad
matter.
at this.
We'll get back to you.
We'll get back to it.
Do you want to ask me how my Christmas was?
How was your Christmas, Mark?
It was really good. We made popcorn. We watched a movie. And okay, Lou, go ahead.
All right. So who died? Alan Ladd?
You know what that is, Mark?
What the hell was that?
Mark, you know what that is? What you just did?
Oh.
Yeah.
Penalty box.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah, right away.
A
Bad joke, whatever he was trying to do.
I'm not sure what he was going for.
I don't know what he was going for either. I have no idea.
And then he passed the baton to me like I was supposed to follow it up with something. Well, Mark, you had popcorn, but I smoked ribs and grilled steak.
Yeah, here we go. He's back. He's drinking his wine.
God, it's all over.
Buddy.
He stole that from the indoor block party too.
No,
he did.
You
want that with someone's bottle.
They had really good Chardonnay. Really good. I might have to think twice about this Yellowtail.
How was the popcorn?
We had tacos, street tacos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Taco Taxi of Pearl River, New York.
Is there any difference between a regular taco and a street taco?
Are they tougher?
Well, first of all, there's no crunchy tacos in authentic tacos. They'll beat your ass. They'll kick your ass.
Badass tacos.
So it's basically an open-faced tortilla.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, yeah.
And if you get a real authentic taco, there was no such thing as crunchy shells with authentic tacos. That's all Ortega.
I don't eat Mexican food, really.
Oh, I love it. Could eat it every day.
I'm okay with tacos. There's a lot of people have a passion for them. I like them.
Yeah. All right, Mark.
I don't flip my wig. Did he just go? Didn't he just go? He did. He said Jim Ladd.
Started saying that you're going to ask me about Christmas, and
that's right.
Got sidetracked.
He mentioned Jim Ladd, the last DJ.
Yep. I discovered Jim Ladd from Radio Chaos from Roger Waters. He narrated the album, and I said, "What a voice!" And then when I got Sirius XM years later, he did the deep tracks. He had a great show.
Yeah,
great voice. Yeah. And
he's
right.
Tom Petty he's no Earl Bailey though.
Nah, but Tom Petty wrote a song about him.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was the last BJ, wasn't it? I'll grow up.
Last March, one of my favorite actors died. This guy he was as unique as they come. Tom Sizemore.
Oh yes. Wow, yeah.
That guy, he could cover a range of characters, and he was a troubled soul.
Yeah.
But he died of a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down, Saving Private Ryan,
Yep.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
What else?
So many.
Yeah. I just did a lot of. Oh, he did Heat. He was in Heat.
Yes.
He tried to keep that money. He's running, but he wouldn't let go of those bags of money.
He had that scene in Black Hawk Down where the guy had no lower body, and
Yeah.
he's the one that walked up to the guy, and the guy's like, "Am I okay?" And his acting in that scene,
Yeah.
you're gonna be okay. You know,
Great actor.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I saw someone did a really macabre, dark comedy skit about him. How he's like taking his stealing his son's lunch money to buy drugs and stuff. The way the guy, I don't know who the comedian was. It was funny, but it was like, whoa, it was really, really dark.
Then he got hooked up with Heidi Fleiss. That was
That's right, the madam.
Yeah, that was the Hollywood madam. That
There's
was
a
mess.
good time girl, huh?
Yeah, well, wasn't good for him.
No.
Who do you got, Lou?
I got Seymour Stein. Who's Seymour Stein, you might ask?
Yeah, who is he?
I think he's an original member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame committee. I think, or if not,
Wasn't he a music producer?
He was a producer. He founded Sire Records.
Yeah.
So he helped sign the Talking Heads,
Yep.
the Replacements, Madonna, The Cure, Ice-T, Ministry, and Echo and the Bunnymen. He coined the term New Wave.
Yeah.
He wanted to distance it.
I
from
didn't know
punk.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, you see these old guys. He was like 84, looking like an old geezer, but he was probably 35 back when he signed all these bands.
Yeah, man.
He was probably younger than we are now, but he was a hip dude. But those executives, they just had the ear for all kinds of music.
Well,
Yep.
Mark?
Marty Krofft, producer extraordinaire with what's
Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, H.R. Puffin stuff.
Land of the Lost is what I grew up with.
Lidsville, Land of the Lost.
Stacks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Iconic Saturday morning shows.
Yeah.
Sid and Marty Krofft, yeah.
Yep.
He also was he call him responsible for. There was actually a variety show called the Brady Bunch Hour.
Yeah. And it was produced by Sid and Marty Krofft. Yeah. Let's see. Back in March, we lost Gary Rosington.
Yep.
Yeah. 71.
The last remaining original member of Skynyrd.
Yeah. They didn't give a cause of death either.
He just gave up the ghost, I think. Like natural causes, your body just shut down. They didn't mention whether he was ill or not.
No. He survived that plane crash, though.
And he was the inspiration for what Skynyrd song?
Street
Survivor.
That smell.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was just about B.O.
Whiskey bottles, a brand new car, oak tree, you're in my way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. He hit an oak tree.
Well, they call you Prince Charming. Can't speak a word when you're full of booze.
Full of lewds, yeah. That's a great song, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark?
Ralph Sorella died.
Sorella.
From The
He
Sopranos?
was Howard Stern's stylist, but he was an integral part of the show.
Ralph, he died?
He unexpectedly went in for something, and he just died like no one expected it. And it led to one of the greatest tribute shows I ever heard, because when you don't expect someone to die, you're going to cry. Yeah, he died just like 3 weeks ago, I think.
Well, that was, I was listening to Howard Stern before he sold out, and I thought one of the great...
Oh, before he got better?
No, before he... So the thing about Howard Stern is he always dogged the people in Hollywood, dogged them, ripped them to shreds.
Yeah.
Had no qualm shredding them up. But as soon as he gets popular on XM, they all start saying, "Oh, Howard." Then he all of a sudden has a seat at the table, and he's a whole different show. But go back to his old shows. I mean, when he was raw and he was hungry, and that was the best Howard Stern. This version of Howard Stern, he's an interviewer now. He doesn't.
His interviews are really fucking good.
I think they're overrated. I think they're overrated. I
saw the Bruce one. It was good, but Mark, you mentioned it to me. I was like, okay,
Well, when he talked to Paul McCartney, he's like a fanboy. He's talking as a fan. He's like, "What did you guys do when you were in the bathroom at Abbey Road?"
What is so brilliant about that? Wouldn't you ask him the same question?
A lot of interviewers get caught up in their own hype, and they try to be a certain kind of interviewer. they asked the standard questions. He stopped picking on them and he tried to get into their minds. I'm not defending everything he did, but he was able to get more out of his interview subjects by talking to them than attacking them. I mean, look what he did to Robin Williams. He fucked that one up, you know?
Well,
What happened?
again, I just think I stopped listening to him.
Well, you know what happened with Hughes Howard? I grew up on Howard.
So did I.
WABC, NBC, WNBC.
Yeah, but on AM radio.
Yeah, and then I was listening to him on K-Rock, and then when he did that stupid thing with Selena, I'm like, you know what? I'm not listening to him. I mean, you know, you're calling someone who just died a whore. That was like, fuck. I didn't listen to him for years. I just stopped, you know, because I got. How many times can you do the stupid jokes? They get old, you know. And then when he started doing the interviews, that's the reason I have Sirius, is because just to listen to his interviews. So
That's what his core fans wanted, though. They like that
I
raw,
know.
unpredictable,
Yep.
you know, different than everybody else.
Yeah.
He was different than everybody
Isn't
else.
that
But all of a sudden he
naturally?
gets a seat at the table and he's everybody's friend now.
Isn't
He
that though?
loves them all.
Isn't that what always happens when you start out edgy? Even David Letterman,
Yeah.
some people say, "Oh, what happened to David Letterman?" So
He
you're
wasn't
never
that
going to be
edgy,
who
though.
you
I think he
started out
retired.
as.
David Letterman wasn't really. I mean, he never changed his persona. He always wisecracking. You know, David Letterman did some really strange interviews.
Yeah.
Well, the people were strange, and how he handled them was brilliant.
Crispin Glover.
My point is, probably one of the best tribute shows I ever heard was when Hank the Angry Dwarf died,
Yes.
and they did a whole show with him. That, I mean, comedy gold, just absolute fucking comedy gold,
Yeah.
platinum, comedy platinum.
Yep.
You know. So anyway, so who did you say, Mark? We always get
Ralph Cirola.
Yeah, Ralph Sorella. That's too bad. He was an interesting character.
I used to love hearing him argue with Ronnie.
Yeah.
And Ronnie admitted on the show, he's like, he told me years later, I was just trying to, I don't hate you,
Just
but
egging
Ronnie
him on.
thought he hated him.
Yeah. So this guy was strange, in the end, but back in March, Robert Blake died.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yep. Strange dude.
Yeah.
Murderer.
Well,
He got
get
acquitted.
convicted. He got acquitted.
He got acquitted.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
Christian Brando was a suspect in that too.
I know he was.
I could see him doing it.
Yeah. Did he die? Did Christian Brando die?
He died too a couple years ago.
He
No,
did,
and actually,
yeah,
not quite a few years ago. At this
Yeah, a
point,
while ago he died. Yeah.
And he only killed his sister's boyfriend. So he did.
Yeah.
You know, it's like to shoot somebody in the face.
That's right.
God.
That's right. He did
I-
that.
Do
Yeah.
you ever see Brando's testimony in Christian's trial?
I know I did.
It's so bizarre. I mean, he was at his biggest.
Yeah.
Brando was at his I mean, he was trying to squeeze himself into the witness stand, and
Yeah.
he's crying, and it's just, you know, the whole thing. Brando's biography is a fascinating read, but it's disturbing. The pictures of his family was in Haiti. No, where do you have his Tahiti? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's squalor. It's just, you look at this picture. Oh, there's a child laying in newspapers. You know, it's just like all these. It's just weird.
Yeah. He was still playing Colonel Kurtz.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite Robert Blake movie? Or I mean, Beretta was great.
Lost
show.
Highway was bizarre.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the most bizarre characters I'd ever seen in a movie. It's
My
a
favorite-
David Lynch movie, so it's got to be bizarre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite's in Cold Blood.
In Cold Blood, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Truman
It was good.
Capote.
Yes.
Truman Capote. Mark?
Mars Williams, saxophonist for the Waitresses, as
Yeah.
well as the Psychedelic Furs.
Psychedelic Furs, yeah. Yeah.
We're
Good
talking about
sax
the
player.
Yeah, we're talking about the waitresses in our Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Did I skip you again, Lou?
Probably.
Yeah. Who do you got?
I got a Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I got to see her when I was stationed in Albuquerque. I was working concert security on the floor. So needless to say, I wasn't watching much of the audience because it was a pretty mellow audience. You know? Although they did throw out a lady who kept standing up and dancing.
Hmm.
Yeah, the people behind her were complaining. And I didn't want to get involved. I'm like, she's dancing. I'm not throwing her out. But they did.
I was never a big fan of Tina's voice so much. But she was an amazing dynamic performer. This woman had so much energy.
That
I liked her
screaming.
voice.
Yeah, I liked her voice. I didn't love it. It was like depends on what she was singing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tiny Dancer, not Tiny Dancer, Private Dancer.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
she has that very sultry type
Yeah.
voice in that
Yep.
song. And,
Yeah.
but when she's screaming, she's just screaming.
Mm-hmm.
But she screams good.
Yeah.
She screams good. Yeah, yeah. And she looked good right up to another one that looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
think she was that pretty. That body was
Yeah.
smoking, but
The
I didn't
legs.
think she was that. Yeah, I didn't think she was gorgeous.
She had nice stems.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice gams.
yeah. Did you say Tina Turner, Lou? Was that you?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm not paying attention.
It's me. I bore him.
You
I'm
threw
boring.
off the game,
He's
Mark. You
ignoring me.
threw it off. Threw it off. This actor was a surprise. He was my age. He was my age. Lance Reddick from The Wire. He played the lieutenant in The Wire,
Yeah.
and then he was in Oz. He played the prison warden. I think
Okay.
in Oz.
Two of the greatest HBO series.
Yep. Oz didn't age well though.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it again. It was a little. I was like, for its time, it was kind of unique, but it didn't
Yeah.
really age well. But when it was on, it was pretty groundbreaking.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
also the concierge in John Wick
Mm.
at the hotel there. The
Yeah,
hotel.
yeah.
I forget the name of it, but he was the concierge there.
There's
He was the concierge.
There's a new offshoot series, I think, on Paramount Plus. That hotel name is the name of the series.
Yeah. I haven't heard much about it, so not really. I don't hear any buzz about it.
Take Keanu out of John Wick. I mean, the reason people, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it's this way.
Lou, back to you.
Napoleon the 14th. They're coming to take me away. Ho 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 to the funny farm.
Okay.
I was like, where, what?
The music world has never been the same since he died. His real name was Gerald Lawrence Samuels. Friggin' novelty hit. They used to scare that guy gave me the creeps as a kid.
That scared me.
Remember when? Okay.
Yeah.
And
And it
you know, the flip side was it backwards.
Jeez.
Does
Brilliant,
Dave Phillips,
though. Brilliant.
Does Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, have that one?
I'm
Where's Dave?
sure he does.
Where is he?
Dave's not here, man.
It's time. It's bedtime. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Dave's not here, man. I think people get confused now. We do a Wednesday and a Thursday, and I didn't announce this one today.
Oh,
for
okay.
some reason.
I just texted the world, so hopefully.
Okay. Who do you got, Mark?
Richard Mole from Night Court.
Oh yeah,
Bull.
Bull.
Yeah, Bull.
He was also in Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, Rockford Files. I knew that. A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
You're a Rockford Files fan.
I am.
that's when he
I
had
love that.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him with hair. I'm like, wait, he had hair.
Yeah. Yep. Rockford Files was a great show.
Yeah.
I swear James got punched in the face at least once an episode.
Poor guy.
Punched in the face at least once an episode. It
The
seemed
real
like.
FU to him was the episode where he had to go opposite Tom Selleck. And Tom Selleck's character was getting treated like royalty, and he's getting kicked to the ground in every scene. He's
Yeah.
jumping out of the cars.
Yeah. So back in April, so this guy is I would say a baby boomer icon. Al Jaffe,
Yes.
Mad
Mad
Magazine.
Magazine. He's the cartoonist from Mad Magazine.
Yeah, that's
You
you cannot be a boomer and not know.
And not know
Mad
Mad
Magazine.
Magazine. If you knew Mad Magazine, his name was all over it.
Yep.
Did he do that big picture on the back where you would fold the page in half? He did that every.
I'm pretty
issue
sure he
too?
did. He
He's
did
just
Spy
amazing.
versus Spy,
Yeah.
right?
That was a great strip.
It was great. Yeah.
Who was the other artist in Mad Magazine?
I don't know.
Don something.
Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah. But anyway.
Jaffe, he was 102.
Whoa.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah.
I learned through Mad Magazine that I was born in the first upside up year in history. If you take 1961 and flip it, it reads the same.
Oh my God.
That's-
What do you?
that's-
Just give us a name, Lou.
That's boomer trivia.
I think
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
One of the most famous television producers of all time, Norman Lear.
Norman Lear. Yeah.
Groundbreaking. I mean, that guy had a string of shows. That defines 70s sitcoms, I think.
Yeah.
Except for MASH, Matt wasn't him, but All in the Family.
Yeah, you go down the line.
You go down the line.
He just kept. He was very good at doing spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Successful spin-offs.
Yeah. He knew what characters would sell.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like aside from a couple other sitcoms in the 80s, those were the last sitcoms in which you saw middle class or even lower class, like The Honeymooners, Archie, All in the Family, Good Times. These people were not rich. It became all of a sudden all the sitcoms became everyone has that huge house.
Yeah.
And the kids are crying about they can't have a sweater for school or something.
The Jeffersons were rich.
Yeah.
But they moved on up.
They had that deluxe apartment in the sky.
And it pissed off Archie.
Yeah. They had that deluxe apartment in the sky.
Now Maud lived in Tuckahoe.
Maud, yeah.
Upscale Westchester County, right?
Yeah.
Maud.
Now, so Maud was that
Edith's cousin.
She was Edith's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, Edith's cousin Maud.
Totally opposite voice from Edith.
Now,
yeah.
Wasn't there one of the lines in her theme song, even when you're tranquilizing right on Maud, or something like that?
Doesn't John Bon Jovi look like Maud? Now?
Yep.
It looks like B. Arthur.
He looks like B. Arthur.
Although B. Arthur actually has talent. Oh,
you're not getting the argument from us.
Right.
We just discussed that earlier.
She got insulted at a celebrity roast so bad. One of the guys on the dais, he goes, about some other guy goes, I wouldn't fuck her with B. Arthur's dick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Arthur died on the show?
I do.
Bill Macy. She goes, Arthur, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Good episode.
Bill Macy.
Yeah.
Yep.
The actor.
Yeah. Right. Not William H.
I didn't watch that series too much because when I was young, All in the Family had the slapstick, so I loved it. But Arthur was too deep for me. I was 7 years old, so I'm like, this is boring. But years later,
Maud?
Maud. I said Arthur. Maud. Yeah. It just didn't. When you're 7 years old, certain shows just don't appeal to you.
Right.
Like I grew up thinking that only the first few seasons of MASH were good because the last half was too serious. When I got older, I'm like, oh no, those later ones were good. They just when you're 7, you see it through different eyes.
Honeycutt was never as good as what's his name?
Trapper
John.
Wayne Rogers.
Yeah. He was never as good as Trapper John. That's when the show was really at its best.
Yeah, it was.
Frank Burns, once he left, what's his name?
Charles Emerson Winchester.
Yeah, Winchester. Winchester was good, but
he was good.
You saw the same type of character that they put in there. That uptight, and it was good. But it was never at its best after.
The episode with Winchester for me, because he was so uptight and stuffy, was the one where he got addicted to the uppers. That was the one that
Did he really?
Amazing. He's like, hey, remember that one?
No.
And he was trying to stay awake, so he was taking uppers, and it just he almost overdosed on him or something. I was like, wow, Winchester is normal.
You remember the last episode?
Oh God, I just saw it. It was on a couple weeks ago.
You watched the whole thing?
It still makes me cry.
He is the last one to leave the camp, right? Yeah. In a dump truck, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
In a
he wanted to
truck.
go out royalty, and there was no seat for him.
No, so he went out, and he was the last one to leave.
Actually, no. BJ Honeycutt was, because remember he said goodbye to Hawkeye, and then he put the goodbye with the Stones.
Oh,
he came out on the
motorcycle. That's right. Yeah. So
yeah.
I think then Winchester was right before that. Yeah.
Winchester was in the back of the train of people leaving. All together
in a dump truck. Yeah.
Wayne Rogers quit because he thought Ellen, the Hawkeye character, was getting all the lines.
Well,
it was supposed to be a co-starring thing initially, but just like the movie.
But yeah, Alan Alda was getting all the good lines.
Hawkeye was in real life the author of the book, so
Now, do you remember the episode that the Colonel Potter character Harry Morgan was in before he became Colonel Potter?
He was a goofball. He was nuts.
Well, he was crazy. He was telling them, the black soldier, "Come on, boy, do a dance for us." He did a total racist thing, and I thought he was good too. I think overall, some of the
he was good.
Yeah, but I like Trapper though.
Who did we leave off with? You, Lou?
Yes, that's in Norman.
Who do you got, Mark?
Richard Roundtree,
Shaft.
God.
among many movies. I mean, he
So,
did a ton of movies.
I told you I went to the very first MTV movie awards, right?
In person?
LA.
Mhm.
In person, yeah. And they gave Richard Roundtree a what do you call it? A career what is that?
Lifetime achievement.
Lifetime achievement. Yeah, that he was the first one to receive that. Yeah, lifetime achievement from MTV Movie Awards. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But yeah, Shaft.
Who is the man?
Is the song more popular than the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, didn't they remake Shaft?
It was actually a
Jackson.
continuation because it was Shaft's nephew was
Son
Samuel
of
Jackson
Shaft.
played. Yeah, he played like a relative of his.
Was there a bride of
Yeah.
Shaft?
It wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I just expect them to say there's too many snakes on a plane, you know.
Yeah. Back in April, Harry Belafonte died.
Yeah.
Dale.
Yeah, see, that's what everybody thinks of. him
Yeah.
as.
I remind my son. We're going through the list, but we're eating dinner. He asked what tonight's show is about. And I mentioned Harry Belafonte. He goes, "Huh?" I said, "Banana boat." Dale. Hey. He goes, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Yep. Harry Belafonte. He was how old was he? I don't even know.
He was
Old.
pretty old. He was pretty
He was
old.
old. Yeah.
He's in his
Could've been in
90s,
the
90s,
90s,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Norman Lear made it to 101.
Yeah. Yep.
Best healthcare in the world.
Yep.
Hey guys, my mother-in-law is 99. It's gonna be a big
Bless her-
birthday
bless
this
her
year.
heart. Bless
Yeah.
her heart.
Oh, bless her. Yeah. Yep. Lou.
Ronald Altbach. He was the keyboard player for the band King Harvest. That classic electric piano intro.
Dancing in the Moonlight.
Now, Scott, you posed always a very good question. You said, "What is a better song,
Yeah. That
Dance
or
in the
Brandy.
Moonlight or Brandy?" Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
God,
tough one.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah. Mark.
I'm gonna go with another actress, Piper Laurie.
Yeah. Carrie.
Yeah.
Was she the mother?
Yep.
Oh,
She was the
Okay.
mother in Carrie. Yeah. Amongst other things.
yeah.
She did a lot of movies.
Twin
Who was
Peaks,
her
too.
daughter?
What's that?
You know who her daughter? Doesn't she have a famous daughter?
Pepper Laura?
Yeah. Can't think of it.
She made her first movie in 1950. She started a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Let's see. The king of daytime television, Jerry Springer, died this year.
That was this year?
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, in April. Back in April.
Lou, you're not the father.
That was
I was
Maury.
kidding,
Maury,
Louis, I'm
Maury
kidding.
cornered the market on that. Maury Povich. He
Oh,
cornered the
God.
market on that. But Jerry was just, that show was at its prime. It was just pure gold. Unbelievable. The people they found.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
And they were real, weren't they?
they were real. Yeah.
Was he exploiting them?
Absolutely. But they wanted to come on.
They had no compunction about
No,
it.
they
No
wanted to
shame.
come on. They wanted to be famous, so
Yeah.
he gave them the platform.
Yeah.
I heard him interviewed once, and he used to be a mayor of Cleveland, I believe.
Yep.
And they said, well, what happened? Whatever. He says, well, I paid for a prostitute with a personal check.
Yeah. He did.
What the hell?
He did. Yeah. Yeah.
Here, honey.
I write you a
Best thing
check.
he ever did. Best thing he ever did. Because that made him a regular guy.
Hey.
You know.
Yes, I made a joke at your expense. My son's in here.
Hey, the other half
Look
of
at the camera and say
Lou's.
hi.
Lou.
Hey, Lou.
I wish my son would make an appearance.
I did. I said, "I'm kidding, Louis."
Okay. What did you?
Oh, we're talking about Jerry Springer, and I said, "Lou, you're not the father."
Oh,
And I said, "Louis, I'm only kidding."
you
we look
did
just
to that
like
poor
each other.
kid.
I know it's terrible. He's a big kid. He has a very dry sense of humor sometimes.
I do.
You heading to bed?
Yeah, I was coming.
Yeah. All right. Love you.
Love you too.
See you, Bob.
There you go.
That's
there you
great.
go. A little
Yeah.
milk crate and turntable love.
That might
Little-
be the best
little
moment.
There
Nah.
you go. That's a good moment right there.
He's a good dude.
There you
You
go.
don't see my son hugging me. There's a reason.
Well, he does it reluctantly, but
That wasn't reluctant.
Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket said the producers of the Jerry Springer Show would tell the people on stage what to do, and Jerry didn't know They would give up until the show. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I met
That's
someone that was on the
improv.
show once, and she told me all about it. Yeah, I mean, it was
Scripted, yeah.
but these people still did what they did.
Yep.
They still had the dysfunctional relationships, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
still had they were still lunatics.
So you had a story to tell, but they had to
we're
make
just
the
gonna
show.
help you enhance it. Yeah,
Yeah, they had to make show interesting every episode. So they
Yeah.
would tell you what to do.
yeah, and those were real fights. That
Yeah.
was
Right.
no wrestling match.
No, it's true. One time, my late great sister Karen called me up. She goes, "Lou, she goes, for this Thursday, she goes, I'm on the Sally Jesse Raphael show." I'm like, "Oh no, no, no! Like, what did you do?" She goes, "I'm in the audience, you idiot."
Oh, okay.
I was just like, "Is there something I just don't know and don't want to know?"
Who do you got, Lou?
Okay, let's see. Randy Meisner, the original bass player of the Eagles.
Take it to the limits, right?
Take it to the limit.
Yeah, take it to the limit.
Sad. They got his end days were very sad.
Yeah.
A lot of substance abuse, but his wife accidentally shot herself with a gun she was trying to move. I just
Ah,
went downhill. Yeah, it was right after Glenn Fry died, and then read about his thing. I didn't know he was in that kind of rough shape,
yeah.
but he had a little soul. I remember seeing him on Midnight Special. He had a solo record. He's playing guitar instead of bass, but that was it for him, really.
Yeah.
I think he did a couple of Poco reunion tours,
Mm.
but great singer, great bass player too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. His biggest fan is what's his name? The bass player for the Eagles now.
Timothy B. Schmidt.
Timothy
Yeah,
B.
his
Schmidt.
biggest fan.
Yeah, sure.
He replaced him. Everywhere
replaced
he
him
went,
in
he goes,
Poco.
I know this guy's not going to last. Who do you got, Mark?
I got a guitar player, another British Les Paul slinging guitar player by the name of Bernie Marsden. He was in Whitesnake before they went all poser.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he was a supreme player. But David Coverdale, he was kind of chubby, kind of going bald on top. And David Coverdale said, "No, I want to crack the U.S. market." But that's what he's best known for. But he had different bands. But in England, he's just known as a very bluesy player.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Tony Bennett died this year.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tony Bennett. We don't even have to talk about him.
I've been criticized for this. I think, Lou, you may have gotten mad when it comes to Sinatra and Bennett.
Fuck you,
I
Mark.
take Bennett. I can listen to Bennett anytime because he's not perfect. He's not a natural in some ways.
He was great. He was one of the few contemporaries Sinatra had respect for.
Yeah.
Frank was the chairman of the board.
Yeah. I know.
None bigger.
None
Lou?
bigger. Okay. Let's see. Terry Kirkman of the Sunshine Pop Band, The Association.
Okay.
Cherish. He wrote those things too. Yeah.
Mark?
Sixto Rodriguez died this year.
We already
Did
talked about him.
All right. So do the bong on me. That's what happens when you're late.
No, let's do this.
Good one.
He just flatlined.
Scott,
Yeah.
are you canceling me?
You are canceled.
Oh, you got a new toy. This sucks.
I do.
He
I
does.
do. Come on, pull somebody. Give us the name.
I got Gary Wright, Jersey boy.
Yeah.
Gary Wright.
Dreamweaver. Right?
Yeah. Mark, do you know what town he was from in Bergen County?
He was from Bergen County?
Yeah.
I thought he was English.
I thought he was
Let's
English
not
too all
get
my
into a
life.
New Jersey
What town?
conversation.
No,
Okay,
you
well,
can
I'll be
listen.
quick.
We'll listen to Winthrop talk if you let us do Bergen County. We got canceled, Luke.
Cresskill, New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm sure that the people driving in their car when they're listening go, wow, I'm glad I know that now.
You know what?
I'm
What?
driving on
Scott,
Gary Wright Boulevard.
When you and Jack would talk about growing up in your neighborhood, I used to love it. I feel like I'm learning something about the Boston area. So shut up.
I don't care what Gary Wright is from. Really don't care what Gary Wright's from.
we thought he
He's
was
a
English.
one-hit wonder. I mean, it's not like the guy's
No,
like an
no,
interesting
he's a
dude.
two-hit wonder. Dreamweaver and My Love Is Alive.
Oh,
And
My Love Is Like. That's actually a
Isn't
pretty
it?
good song.
That's a
Yeah.
good
And he
song.
was in Ringo's All-Star Band, so he's no.
Well,
you
who
know, stop.
wasn't in that fucking band at one point in time
good
or
point,
another?
Good point.
Bon Jovi wasn't in that band.
That's right, he wasn't.
No, Jack Blades wasn't he?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Greg Lake.
Greg Lake was in, wait, Greg Lake was in Ringo's All Stars?
Yeah, the one tour, and they would do "Welcome Back, My Friends," Carnival 9, but Sheila E. had to play the drums because can you see Ringo playing that song?
Mm.
Boom, boom, boom.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
Sad story. We
Yes.
all know it.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, she never got over the loss of her son.
Right.
Nope.
And
Her last years.
bipolar and,
Yeah.
just a pure talent.
You know what's frustrating? I knew she had. I know she. I liked the music she made, but I knew she had a killer album in her to be released. Like there was going to be something. I just saw it kind of never happened.
Yeah. It's the voice is the voice.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what's what's around it. The voice is the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Lou.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Yep.
Golf and Western.
Golf and Western. He started that for
Yeah.
him.
Golf and Western. Yeah, it's a good one.
He also had the song Pencil Thin Mustache.
There you go. Going back to Slim Whitman.
And David Niven.
David Niven. That's right. Mark.
Burt Young.
Oh,
Rocky.
Burt Young.
Rocky, his brother-in-law.
Oh yeah.
Paulie.
He was a real boxer.
Yeah. Yep.
He was a tough motherfucker.
He looked like a tough motherfucker.
Yeah.
When he was
Yeah.
young.
He
looked
was a
mean.
tough motherfucker. That dude.
Bet he was a scrapper.
He was no joke. Yeah. He was the real deal.
I just learned something. He was in Chinatown. I didn't know he was in that movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But he made, and we've talked about it on the show, Scott, he made one of the best episodes of The Sopranos.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he did. The brothers. The brothers. The old hitmen. Yeah, the brothers.
He was
Yeah.
Bobby Bacala's father.
Was
Yeah.
he Bobby Bacala's father?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
Yeah.
and they were the brothers, right? That Junior said, "Oh, get the brothers," and they went over to their apartment and
Well, yeah, no, it was his ex. The guy he killed, it was Mustang Sally. He's the guy. He hit the head guy in the head with a golf club for no good reason, and it turned out the guy had a brother who was a made guy. But it was what was his name? I forgot his name. Papa Bacala. The guy was his nephew that he ended up killing.
right.
That was a rough scene. I could have gone either way.
Paul Rubens,
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman,
Yep.
just comedic genius,
Yeah.
dude. He was onto something.
Pee Wee's Playhouse was something you had not seen before.
Yeah, he was definitely a groundbreaker, but gets caught in an adult theater, and well, you can't really be around. They don't want to be doing kids shows anymore.
He paid to get in.
Exactly.
Come on, you're allowed to go to these places.
Yeah. Well, evidently,
countries.
yeah. But
Yeah.
that was the end. That was if that was today, I don't think anything would really be made of it.
No.
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 I don't
Was
know.
it that long ago?
Yeah, wasn't it the early
90s?
90s? Was it the 90s?
God, that's so long ago.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's sad.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was the 90s, I think. Because Pee Wee's Playhouse was running during the 80s.
That's
right?
pretty
So
interesting,
maybe
isn't
was
it?
the late, yeah. Who do you got, Lou?
Let's see. This is a boomer one. David McCallum, the actor.
Took mine.
Ilya Kuryakin from The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Ilya Kuryakin.
Yeah.
That's right. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Yeah.
He also had a TV series in the 70s, The Invisible Man. I think he did that. Didn't
Did
last
he
long.
have something to do with the theme song from the Man from
I don't know. From The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I can't think of it in my head now.
I don't know. I think he had something to do with that theme song.
Huh. I can't even think of the theme.
Yeah.
I got Mission Impossible running through my head now.
Okay. Who do you got, Mark?
I was just going to say David McCallum. Let me look through my list here.
Oh,
Skip me. Go to you, Lou. Just go to you, Scott. Oh, I got one.
Bob Barker.
Fuck you.
Yep. Missed your turn.
Bob Barker.
Yep. Price is right.
Price
Don't
is
forget,
Right.
neuter and spay your pets.
Yeah. He was.
And
Who was
Barker's
saying that
Babes.
back then?
Barker's Babes. They were all the middle-aged hot women.
Wait.
Wasn't there a
He
thing?
had groupies?
No, those were Barker's Babes. Were the women on The Price is Right?
Oh, okay.
The ones that presented the presenters. They were all these hot middle-aged women.
I always lose Price is Right rules on your show. Mark got me last week on that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You can't go over.
Can't go over.
Lou, who do you got?
Alan Arkin, the actor, Alan Arkin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Catch 22. Little. I love this character in Little Miss Sunshine.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
good.
doing heroin. I'm old.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I told people at work, I said, I'm gonna start smoking. They're like, what are you crazy? What's gonna kill me in 30 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You got 30 years, so
Stop
you'll go into your
62.
90s. You know,
Let's just live it up, Lou.
Yeah.
just smoke the American Spirit. They're organic. You want that organic tobacco
You
going.
don't.
into your
I
lungs,
don't
you know?
buy into that shit. I'm sorry. That's the official cigarette of Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was to smoke again, it would be American Spirit. But
Again, I know you're.
oh man, I was 2 packs a day.
Did you really?
I did
Oh
the
my
Eddie
God,
Van
Mark.
Halen. I had the cigarette in the headstock on my guitar. I thought that was the coolest thing. You know,
Jesus.
playing it, you know.
Wow.
Plus,
I
you're
quit young,
inhaling all that secondhand smoke too. I mean,
Ugh.
on top of the
Problem.
regular smoke.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my life.
Well,
Good
you're
for you.
smart.
Yeah. Good for you. Who do you got, Mark?
Jerry Moss, one half of A&M Records.
Oh,
He
yeah,
co-founded
that's
it
right.
with Herb
Yeah.
Albert.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know, and A&M is a big part of my growing up. You had, Styx was on A&M.
That's
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Frampton
Herb
Comes
Alpert in
Alive.
the Tijuana Brass?
Yep.
It would have to
And
be.
They had Peter Frampton, Police.
Hmm.
They had a lot of big
They were
bands.
on
on the
A&M,
label.
yeah.
Steve Harwell, lead singer
Yeah.
from Smash Mouth.
Yep.
Hey
Oh,
now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Young guy.
Go play. Yeah, he died of acute liver failure.
That's
That's
the
a
booze.
bad way to die.
Yeah. Oof.
That is really.
Yeah. They did Walking on the Sun. They
Yep.
did a remake of I'm a Believer.
Mhm.
So, he made a little bit of money along the way. I remember him on VH1's Celebrity Rehab. He was on that, one of those seasons
Yeah.
of Celebrity Rehab. So
Their songs were fun. They had some fun hits.
they
in
were
them.
fun, exactly.
It wasn't serious.
Spectacular.
Wasn't serious, but it was really well done. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes a pop record. That's all you really need.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to change the world.
Yeah. Who do you got? Lou? Mark?
Astrid Gilberto.
yeah.
Ah, yeah.
What are your
Girl
favorites,
from
Scott?
Ipanema.
Yeah.
My girl.
Yeah.
Icon.
Yeah.
Bossa Nova icon.
Great music scene.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Who do you got, Mark?
Comedian Johnny Hardwick. He was the voice of Dale Gribble on King of the Hill.
Oh yeah.
You gotta do there. You gotta don't get off the grid, because the government's watching everything you're doing.
Dale
I like the
Gribble.
guy. I
his
like the
name.
other character that would just go. Don't take your right deeper.
Yeah.
Can never understand him.
Michael Gambone.
Who?
Michael Gambone.
I know that name.
Who's Michael
Professor
Gambon?
Dumbledore. From the Harry Potter movies.
he took over for the guy that
Yeah.
died originally.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
No,
No,
not
not
Alan
Alan
Rickman.
Rickman.
No. He took over for
Ian McShane. No. Ian.
No. Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
He looked the part. He couldn't
looked
tell the
just like him,
difference.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lou.
David Lindley, multi-instrumentalist. A lot of stuff with
Yes.
Jackson Brown. Running on Empty. That's him playing all the slidey stuff. It's he's on a lot of stuff. Don Henley. There's stuff with Don Henley, but most people know him from El Rayo X, his band, and solo stuff. But a lot of Jackson Brown stuff that you've heard.
Okay. Mark.
An eccentric guy. He played every instrument with strings on it.
Oh, that's talent.
Yeah, he was that kind of guy.
He made
Eccentric,
made
yeah.
Running on Empty what it was.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And
And-
Stay.
And
Yes,
Lou,
I
what
do.
was that? What was that say on that great segment we used to do on our show that we don't do anymore? And they
Album
talk
reviews?
about an album review. What was that Jackson Brown album that you had me listen to?
Oh, For Every Man.
Yep, and he was all over that.
Yep.
I don't know if you never heard it. Listen to it.
I'm not a big Jackson fan, but I think that's a great record.
Every song is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with an actor, Robert Swan. You ever hear of him?
Hmm.
He was in a lot of movies: Hoosiers, Untouchables, Natural Born Killers. If you saw him, you'd know him. He's one of those support actors that's just been in everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rudolph Isley.
Yeah.
The Isley brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of the he died. He was 84.
Hmm.
Died last October.
Let me guess. He was.
Are they still playing? Are they still doing it?
I don't know.
I think most of them are still around. I think.
Yeah. I know Ronnie Isley.
Ronnie Isley.
He does a lot of R&B.
Ernie.
Like, yeah.
Ronnie was a singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great voice, man.
Yeah. Yep. Lou?
Let's see. We've got Tom Leadon, older brother of Bernie Leadon of the Eagles. Guitarist in Mudcrutch, Tom Petty's old band from Florida that he still played with. Tom Petty ended up doing Mudcrutch. So you see on the you can hear them on the Tom Petty's XM show.
Yeah, he did a little bit. He went back to that like as a kind of an offshoot, right?
Yeah, they were. It was good. They were good. There was some interesting. I mean, it had Tom Petty. I don't know what they were like before he formed the Heartbreakers, but
right.
I don't know how great a guitar player Tom Leadon is. I'm sure he's fine. Bernie was something else.
Yeah,
he's another guy with the 6-string instruments, or the stringed instruments.
All right, Mark, who do you got?
William Friedkin,
Director.
Exorcist, Not to Live and Die in L.A. Exorcist, To Live and Die in L.A. Yeah, that's all people know him from.
Yeah, right.
The beautiful Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
She passed away this year. How old was she? 76. Wow. Yep. Lou?
Rosalind Carter, former First Lady.
Yep.
She lived a pretty good long life too.
Yeah.
Did you see President Carter at her funeral? He's just not there.
No, I didn't watch it.
He looked like Captain Pike from the first Star Trek, The Menagerie.
Oh, Jesus.
He's just like staring off into space. It's like
Yeah.
okay.
He's not going to be around. And plus he's losing. He was living for her.
Yeah.
Because my aunt and uncle, they married before he went off to World War II. That's how old they were. And when she passed, my uncle only lived about 6 months.
Yeah, my grandfather the same way.
Yeah.
He married 50 years. Yeah.
Jimmy was not a great president, but I think he was a great guy.
Yeah. There's a lot of great guys in the world.
Yeah.
You're one of them, Scott.
Yeah, he is.
There you go.
Going to go with John Gosling, former keyboardist for the Kinks. He played on Lola.
Yeah. Bobby Knight, the late, great, controversial coach of Indiana. Infamous for his temper.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Chair throwing. And I believe he coached one of the Olympic teams. Yeah, he coached one. I think that was the game against Russia when they put time back on the clock, and very controversial game. In Russia,
when they do that in any sport, you got to think it's a fix-in.
Yeah. Lou?
Denny Lane, guitarist, songwriter, vocalist with Wings, and original Moody Blue.
He just died last month?
Yes, he did. Yep.
Yeah. Mark
Margolis. He played Hector Tio Salamanca on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He's in a lot of movies, but the scene in, I think it was Better Call Saul, where he took a shit in the police station.
Who was that? What was his name?
Hector Tio Salamanca.
He was Hector Salamanca.
He was in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul as Tio, the older guy.
No,
he was the father
Hector.
of that crazy guy, that guy that was like.
Yeah.
Remember when they got kidnapped?
He's the uncle. He's the uncle of Tuco, the crazy guy.
Okay.
He played Hector Salamanca.
Hector Salamanca. Yeah, in Better Call Saul, right? He was trying. Wasn't he the one that was trying to kill him? He was trying to in Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I just remember the shitting scene where he just laid it out in his pants in the police station.
When he's in the nursing home and did you do poopy? Here's this guy's.
That's Salamanca. Yeah. You know where I first saw him on the original and the only good version of The Equalizer. Now they get Queen Latifah playing the fucking Equalizer. That's the most ridiculous thing. It's been on for a couple years now. I don't know how she keeps getting fucking renewed, but it's stupid as fuck.
It's CBS. They're not known for their action shows.
No, well, the original Equalizer with the British dude.
Yeah.
And
Edward something.
Yeah. That actor who played Salamanca was one of his kind of go-to like CIA guys whenever he needed something. That's right. And that was back in the early 80s. I remember seeing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He I always thought he was Mexican or Latin. He was an American.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks
he's a
very
guy- he-
Latin, though. Yeah.
He blows up Gus Fring. He's got his wheelchair rigged with the bell to go up for the bomb to go off.
Well, he didn't
Breaking
know
Bad.
it. Neither one of them knew it.
No. Walter White visited him and
Walter
talked
White
him into it.
knew it.
Yeah.
They were the one that planted the bomb under his.
But he knew the bomb was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, because he got this look on his face, and he's hitting that button with his finger, knowing it's about to. He's trying to get this thing to ignite.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He couldn't. So, who else? Andre Brower
Yeah,
from Homicide: Life on the Street.
yeah,
Great
yeah.
actor.
Right? Yeah, he was a good actor. Yeah, yeah. Who else you got, Lou?
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry. Yeah,
Sad story.
yeah. I wasn't a big fan, but
No.
you know. Mark.
Here we go. Growing up sitcom, Inga Swenson. She was Gretchen Krause on Benson. Benson was one of my favorite
that's
shows
right.
growing
That
up.
was-
Wow.
Why
Yeah,
was
that
I
was-
a Benson fan? I had a major crush on Missy Gold, the daughter
Yeah.
on that show.
yeah, but she was the German lady that Benson always terrorized.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And she was
speaking
probably
of
on Love
Germans, speaking of Germans, Henry Kissinger died this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was he 100 or 99? 99.
Let me see. He was 100.
He was 100 years
He was
old, Mr.
100, yeah.
President.
I mean, not to get the Jersey thing, but Lou, he lived by us. You know.
So did President Nixon when he died, Mark.
Oh, that's who I meant. Sorry.
Who else you got, Lou?
Let's see. I had one more.
I
Oh,
think we're running out of people here.
yeah, I think it's my last one. Jazz saxophonist. He's a legend. Wayne Shorter, known for playing
Oh
in
yeah.
Weather Report, the jazz rock fusion band.
Oh,
Weather Report.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Miles Davis.
Well,
great
yeah,
book.
a whole list of people, but most, if you ask most, what they would say, Weather
right.
Report.
Mark?
George Tinkner. He was an original member of Journey. He was
Yeah.
he was a co-guitarist, a rhythm guitarist. So Neil Sean did have a second guitarist at one point.
Okay. This is a double barrel when Dick Butkus and Jim Brown died this year.
Oh
Dick
wow.
Butkus, wow.
Yeah. Two legends.
Jim Brown,
Two
yeah.
Football Hall of Famers. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Didn't-
And I think that's it for me. I don't think I have anyone else.
Andy Rourke of the Smiths.
That's right. Oh, I'm a horrible fan.
Frederick Forrest died this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He played some great roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling Down,
Mm-hmm.
Apocalypse Now.
Pat Robertson
Road.
died this year.
Didn't he die like 10 years
I
ago?
know, right? I know.
He's got some good friends down
Jesus
there.
Christ. Now his son looks just like him. His son's about 70 now, I think. They're
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
they're big down here.
Yeah.
Here
Treat-
in the Bible Belt.
Treat Williams
Treat
died this
Williams
year.
died.
Treat
That's
In a
right.
Williams.
motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Treat
Damn.
Williams. And I think that's it, gentlemen.
Wait, Scott, did you get the Iron Sheik?
I didn't get the Iron Sheik,
Iron
He's got him
Sheik.
over there.
but I got the Iron Sheik right here. There it is.
And Lou, did you get Pat
Ivan,
Cooper?
number one.
No.
Ivan, number one. America. Haktui. There he is, the Iron Sheik. Yeah. Second appearance on the show tonight. And I got Bruno Sammartino and George the Animal Steel lined up with him. Yeah.
I just like those statues on the other side of you, man. It looks great. I love the
Oh,
new
yeah.
camera angle. I
Scott,
love it.
now that you're in the bottom screen, I can see all of Iron Man.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Scott was lighting him up.
Iron Man on.
Nice.
Cool.
Iron Man off. There you go.
Are we going to talk
Cool.
about albums releasing?
We are. We're going to go
Yeah.
through songs.
Because I got a bunch of albums that I like.
That were released in 2023.
I thought there was nothing I liked, and then I realized there's a ton of albums that
I'm
came
gonna
out.
fuck that one up.
I don't even remember making that one of the options, but okay.
Oh, the drummer fucked something up? No, really? Oh,
No, I don't have any albums. I didn't. If I had said that, I forgot I said that. But
you did. You did. I have the text to prove it.
no, I believe you.
That was all my research. Albums, because I thought we're a music show, and
I did the songs with the best endings.
Yes.
That was the list that I put up. Songs with the best endings since it's the end of the year. Friend of mine, Dave Rios, listens to the show. said, "Hey, why don't you do something like you always did song openings, intros? How about endings of songs? Best endings." I got the text to prove it.
No, you texted me that he said that.
I read it before we started. It didn't say anything. What did it say about albums? It said
It didn't.
And I came up with like 20 fucking albums.
Well, we can weave it in and out. Hey Lou, let's. I'm going to start off with a song with a great ending.
Okay.
Probably it's the first song that popped into my head when my friend Dave Rios mentioned it. It's the first thing that popped into my head. Detroit Rock City with the car crash at the end.
Yes, that's right.
The car crash, but they don't play that on the radio anymore. It's too sensitive. People are too
No, they play it. I
Yeah.
just heard it the other day.
I haven't heard it. I heard the
I heard
song,
on
but I haven't heard the
Q104
crash
in
at the end.
I heard it on Q104 in New York.
Well, good. I'm glad they're still playing it then, because I know there was a thing about it's too violent.
That was your side.
No,
No, you know why?
my side doesn't give a shit about that.
It warns against the horrors of drinking and driving. That's what it is.
They cut it because they were worried about people being distracted by it and losing control of their cars.
There
That's
you go.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
come
such
on.
a bullshit excuse.
I mean, come on, really.
It's a fucking bullshit excuse.
We are that unself-aware of our surroundings. That
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
then
this.
we
You're
hear
playing a
car
song on
crash
your radio,
and we're like, "Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that? Is there a car crash around me?"
I'm gonna go run into some. I'm gonna drive into someone's lawn now. You know.
Lou, give me a song.
One of my favorite song endings, Bodhisattva from Steely Dan.
Oh, how does it go?
They go down.
Yeah,
that's
It's this
right.
big rock, almost like a heavy metal ending, like a concert ending.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It sounds
yeah,
like Blue Oyster Cult live. But it's got that kind of guitar, but it is the most rock and roll ending that they ever did.
Yeah,
You know, it's so un-Steely Dan like, and it's a
Yes.
great song anyway.
right.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Right.
know what a bodhisattva is?
No.
Is it a hat?
No, it's not a fez.
Is it a hookah?
It is
Is
a
it a
term for
drum?
a fully enlightened being.
Oh, okay.
When you attain the full state of enlightenment, you're a bodhisattva.
Well, I am not. I am far from that.
I'm
Me
not
too.
either. I don't want to be.
I don't
I don't
want to
wanna
be.
be.
Exactly.
It's
I don't
all
want to be
over after that.
enlightened.
I like the
Mark, I know
darkness.
you're scrambling right now. Do you have a?
No, I thought Welcome to the Machine, where they're doing this great jam, and
Oh yeah.
and then you hear the crowd.
Right?
And because why? You as the band, you're welcome to the machine. You're being escorted up to the party, and you're with
there
all
you
the assholes.
go. Yeah. Maybe one of the greatest, most popular and greatest endings of a song ever, "A Day in the Life."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
giant crescendo, that big build up.
Yeah.
Dun.
Yep.
And you always try to time it. You always try to like, and then it always hits you. Like it took you how many times to listen to the song to know exactly when it's just gonna peak and then drop off, right?
What a crescendo. I think there's 3 pianos
Oh my god, yeah.
and like
there's a lot
there's
going
like
on there.
5 guys. There's like 10 hands
Yeah.
on 3 pianos.
That's
all
what
hitting-
they said. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's an E major chord.
yeah.
At
That's
the very
crazy.
the very last chord, but it's just
then it's
if
just
that-
that. Dun.
yeah, it's so cool. If that
But
song
we-
wasn't on Sgt. Pepper would not be what it is.
I think you're right. I think that has that's yeah. So I'd
But
say
wait,
that's an
wait,
iconic ending. of
Lou,
the
when
song.
in the
absolutely.
video, you just see one set of hands sitting the piano.
in the video,
There was-
There's some film footage, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, but yeah, okay. I think that was for
I'm
effect.
being facetious.
I know you were.
all right, Mark.
I'm gonna go with the kind of like what Lou brought up with Bodhisattva, the end of 21st Century Schizoid Man. When is it gonna end? Is it gonna end? And you just keep hearing
It's King
Robert Fripp
Crimson,
going,
right?
"Blub, blub, blub, blub." It just goes nuts. But if you keep the album on, it goes into one of the most beautiful songs. I Talk to the Wind.
That's
It's
King
chaos.
Crimson, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
chaos, just total chaos.
The end on Abbey Road,
Damn you.
Mm.
where it just
Yeah.
ends right in the middle
Yep.
of they keep going, and the story is they ran out of tape.
Wow.
They ran out of recording tape, and that's
That's
exactly
brutal.
what happened.
Wow.
But they kept playing. They didn't know that it stopped, and they were like, you know what? Let's fucking keep it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And they all got to do what they did. There was a drum solo
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the 3 guys trading off guitar licks.
And I think the engineer was like, "Oh shit, they're gonna run out of tape," and he just didn't. Either they didn't listen, or something, but it just went off. That
Wow.
was it.
Wow.
So that's how that got recorded.
There was so much accidental stuff. How they did what they did technology, like splicing tape,
Yeah.
and we didn't know. We couldn't.
Well,
tell.
look at Led Zeppelin, a Whole Lot of Love. The echo in the background. That's another recording.
That's from Bleeding Through.
It's Bleeding Through. Yeah,
Right.
They recorded so
that sounds
hot
pretty
that
fucking good.
and when that happened to me, I'd say I fucked up.
Trouble.
Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble.
That would be a good segment. Like things that were mistakes that were left in, or like.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's do that next show.
There's
2
a lot.
weeks.
There's a fair amount of that stuff. You're like, we fucked up.
All right. Make a note of that, Lou,
I will.
and then remind me.
Okay. This will remind you. Out on the Tiles, Led Zeppelin, when you hear stop when he's doing the verses, stop. They were telling Bonham when to stop. And it made it into the final. Yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds we could do a segment on that. Sure. Whose turn? Mark?
Yeah. I just think an intense ending from a song that was intense and it got even more intense was Let's Go Crazy from Prince. That ending is astounding. And when you turn it up, you're just like in another world.
Crazy.
Take me away.
Bam. Just drops off. How about I'd say Won't Get Fooled Again.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And the lead up to that whole break.
So it seems like these songs that we're talking about all have great fucking intros too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at my list. I got 10, 11 songs. And they all have great fucking intros.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you got, Lou?
Great intro and great ending, and tribute to my hero, the late Jim Gordon. Mark, we covered who died this year too. Layla. I mean, it's got a great opening riff. I mean, that's iconic. But then that whole coda at the end.
Yeah.
That's just whole
that's
ride
an
out.
outro. That's exactly right.
It's an outro, yeah.
And I loved it, but then when Goodfellas came out, it made it even that much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The Cadillac. Johnny roast beef and his wife in the Cadillac.
Paradise City.
Yeah.
I mean, they just keep building and building and faster and faster and faster at the end.
That's right.
I mean, it's how fast can Slash play the guitar. That's kind of what it seemed like it was building up to. Right?
Who's the original drummer? Is it Steven Adler?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of him as a drummer?
He was adequate. He was good for what they were.
I saw him live with them.
Yeah.
I liked him. I mean, I think they fired him because they said he wasn't.
He was a heroin addict.
Who wasn't?
They weren't.
No,
Axl Rose wasn't it. He wasn't.
I thought they were all junkies.
No.
You know what? They did the Stones
That's Motley
thing.
Crue.
Yeah, they did the Stones thing. They made it look like they were all doing drugs, but they didn't really.
Okay.
Yeah,
he
was a junkie.
Yeah, Ron Wood was really doing the shit, so they almost kicked him out because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought they fired him because of he wasn't technically a great drummer. I thought he had a great feel.
He stopped being technically good when
the junk got him. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Lou?
Heartbreaker. Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just ends and it goes right into Live and Love and Made.
Live and Love and Made. That's right. All right. Mark?
Are they technically two songs? But they're not technically two songs, even though they lead into one another.
They are two songs, and when FM radio plays one of them and not the other, it pisses me off. Like,
everybody goes right into that immediate Live and Love and
because it's a bad ending to Heartbreaker if that was just on its own, really.
Well, if you ever hear it done live, like on the BBC shows, they end it with Robert Plant going "hot." He does that exactly like that live too. So, yeah.
Mark?
I'm going to stick with Zeppelin when the levee breaks. Just that. However the hell he did that guitar sound,
Yep. Highway to Hell. Great intro, great ending. I'm on the highway to hell.
Yep.
Damn. Lou?
Riders on the Storm. That whole jazzy build up.
Yeah.
And the ending with the thunder, which is probably an amplifier being shook. It's kind of a laid back thing, but I think it's a great ending.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Yes.
It's got a jam ending. That album was panned when it came out. They were calling it cocktail jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great album.
They didn't know.
They didn't
Mark?
do a bad album.
One of the most perfect songs Rush recorded had a great concert ending, Limelight, where it goes dun 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 dun. But I just think that's a greet ending. Especially
that's a studio ending too, really.
Yeah, and it's the last song on the album. So when you heard that ending, you heard it go, you know.
Nancy Sinatra. These boots were made for walking.
How does that end?
Hey, boots, start walking.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a totally different part of the song, too.
It's a whole different beat. It's a whole different
that's
thing.
right.
Yeah. Boots, start walking. Yeah.
That might be Jim Gordon on drums.
Probably is.
Probably was, yeah.
Lou?
Bridge Over Troubled Water. Dun, 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 dun. It's just epic.
Yeah.
That's an amazing song. That's an amazing song.
Mark?
I'm going to go with Comfortably Numb because that's one of the greatest guitar solos ever recorded. What a great outro as they fade out on David Gilmour's solo.
Yeah.
And it's the transformation of Pink into the dictator or whatever, you know. It's because you see the movie, it's when he's being dragged down the hall and he's shedding his skin.
Yeah.
So.
I talked to Jack today, and he said,
"Oh yeah,
One Tree Hill by U2." The ending.
Yes, yes,
good ending.
Yeah.
Lou?
Helter Skelter.
I got blisters on my fingers.
The whole thing's just deconstructing at that point. And
absolutely.
You know, that's why people always said, McCartney he wrote silly love songs. That's the heaviest thing the Beatles ever did.
Oh, Helter Skelter?
Yeah.
You kidding me? Of course. Yeah, nothing close.
No.
There was nothing heavier when they did that. Yeah.
No, that's always,
nothing close to that. That was radical for them.
Radical. Oh, yeah, it was heavy. I mean, it inspired the Manson family.
Yeah. Mark?
I'm going to go with, it's not my favorite song, but I always thought that the way Who's Crying Now by Journey ends, it's on a guitar solo, just like Comfortably Numb. And it's a good guitar song. You know, it's a great fade out, kind of a low fade out.
My brother became a Journey fan recently. He saw some live clip. He goes, I like them. They're crazy. He goes, he saw it was Neil Schon. I forgot the song, what it was. It might have, anyway, but he goes, I'm a fan.
Neil Schon's a fucking monster. And the new drummer they have, well, not new, but the guy they have now, he's a great drummer. Oh, he's great. Yeah.
I'm going to go with another U2 song, Bullet the Blue Sky. Into the heart of America.
Uh-huh.
Right?
And then it goes in, what song comes after that? Because I always know it from the cassette, playing the cassette. I can't remember now. Yeah.
I don't know. Lou?
I Got You, I Feel Good, James Brown.
That
ending, as a drummer, I'm scared every time I hear that song. Because in my mind, I'm playing in his band and I'm going to fuck it up. he's going to fire me and find me. It's just the timing of those things are so precise. Dun, 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 just the way they build it up, and it's so precise. But that was a hard gig to be a drummer for.
No doubt.
If you missed a beat, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Who do you got, Mark?
I got to go with it. Freebird. That's a great ending to a song. And I'm talking about the live version where they do the for like 5 minutes.
I don't. Yeah.
And I have one more. It's Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big build up. And that's it for me. What do you got, Luke?
Led Zeppelin, Rock and Roll.
Zeppelin has some good.
I mean, that's some great endings.
Some great
man.
endings.
I mean, it ends in. I mean, to recreate, that little drum part. It's really not hard. It's not easy to try to duplicate that stuff.
Right.
Well, maybe for better drummers, and maybe sure it probably is, but it's just something where it's and that's just a great ending that people don't do now on modern music. You don't.
No,
it's
no,
just
not
that.
Much
It's
in
not that loose,
music
dude.
today.
Yeah. No, they don't. They don't.
And if they do, it doesn't get put out. It's a whole different world now.
Right.
It's cycled back to around like the 70s with pop music and bubblegum music. It's kind of like that. They'll put out anything but nothing with really substance. Hopefully, it starts to cycle back.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mark?
I guess for my last one, I have to stick with my buddy Zebra, the La La song. And if you don't know what I mean, listen to it. It just fades out on la 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 with Randy doing an impossible solo. I know Perry didn't like the
I was
lyrics.
just going to
to that
say,
song.
Mark, Perry ripped that one to shreds.
Perry
He
ripped my
hated it.
favorite band, but he's allowed to. I respect him for that.
Where's the AI been?
That's a good question. I know we're on YouTube. I know
So-
we're on the right YouTube channel.
So the La La song's on this album, the first album. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Mark, give me 5 good albums that came out this year out of that
Okay.
list of 100.
Rolling Stones, Hackney Diamonds. I think that at their age, putting out a pure rock album, they're not trying to catch on the latest trend like they did for years. They're 70-something years old. They put out a fucking awesome
80.
album.
Yeah.
80. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith just turned 80.
Yep.
Yeah. Gonna go with a band called Riverside. They're out of Poland. Their guitarist OD'd a few years back, and they're still continuing it. They're a very dark band, but they're very good.
What kind of music?
They're called progressive. I consider them more hard rock metal, but they have that dark. They're just very dark, but they're not dark like they don't make you want to go outside and get a gun. Their lyrics are actually very hopeful. You ever hear dark music but it has hopeful lyrics? That's what I like. They're from Poland, you know.
The total opposite of the Smiths.
Yeah.
Very hopeful music with dark lyrics.
Yep.
Right.
All right, gonna go with my favorite, Steve Wilson. He put out the Harmony Codex. He is finally melded. He would either do a total progressive album or a total pop album, and that would piss off his progressive fans. He finally this year put out a very mature, smart pop album with long songs, and he got the both worlds together. That's a great album.
What's the name of the album?
It's called the Harmony Codex. Harmony
Okay.
Codex. I've highly advise it. It's on Spotify.
The
What's
Harmony
his
Codex?
background? What's his background?
Porcupine Tree.
Okay.
And he's the guy that remixed the Jethro Tull catalog. He remixed all these bands. We were talking about him. He's a big remixer.
Okay.
So he would like Ian Anderson entrusted him to remix all those albums. He did the King Crimson catalog, did Chicago 2. So in addition to being a great artist on his own, he's like really up there. It's like he's behind the scenes. All these old rockers, they trust him. He's a
Right.
really good guy.
All right.
All right, this is kind of controversial. I liked U2's Songs of Surrender. I have no problem revisiting old songs. Maybe not every of the performances worked out, but I enjoyed listening to it. It was just kind of a interesting spin on their old songs, you know? I don't know what you thought of it.
Well, Echo and the Bunnymen did an album like that a few years back. That they did a version of the Killing Moon, a piano version. It's fucking unbelievable. And I'd probably say out of the whole album, there was probably like 5 that they pulled off really well. Those kind of reimagined songs. It's hard to reimagine a classic song.
The problem is the fans have, rightfully so, have their image of that song in their mind.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, for instance, when Steve Wilson remixed Chicago 2, he made a stipulation. Please keep the original mix in circulation because I know not everybody will like it, even though the original sounded like shit. Those old Chicago albums sounded horrible.
Yeah.
But there were people that said, I hate what Steve Wilson does because it sounds good now. They just you grew up with it. You were 18 when it came out or whatever. So
The early stuff sounds pretty like AM radio crappy.
the
Kinda
drums
like
sound
the early episodes of Milk Crates and Turntables. Not good.
And
Now,
Or
the
Music Relish.
content is good, but the
No,
delivery.
you meant Music Relish, not Milk Crates and Turntables.
Well, you guys went a step lower with the fucking cell phone thing.
Oh, you did mean that,
Jesus Christ! These guys did a fucking podcast on all 3 of them on telephones for 2 hours. Get the fuck!
Can't believe
You're
it.
better men than me when doing
You know-
that shit.
No, we're not.
No, you're stupider.
Perry for Christmas sent me a CD of some of the early ones, and I'm listening to it going, "Oh my!" I'm like, "Why am I doing this?" The kind of, I mean, like you said, you compliment on our content. It's just the execution was just atrocious. It's just horrible.
The most downloaded episode of Milk Crates and Turntables in 129 episodes. It's one of the early ones. It's best guitar solos, and for the fucking life of me, I have no idea why this thing has thousands and thousands of downloads.
You know why?
I don't know
because
why.
you don't find it the most interesting, but there are a ton of people out there that want to hear about
the
that.
quality of it is fucking like I just don't.
I liked it.
mean,
I thought it was good.
Okay, well, thank you for that. But I look at other episodes. I'm like, this was so much better. But hey,
You know, the thing about Perry was recently playing some of the phone clips on the show. The one thing I like about it
Jesus.
is I love the sound of AM radio, and we
Yeah.
sound like AM radio. And I recommended. I said, why don't we try to get some kind of filter on our voices to make it sound like we're on AM radio? That would be
So
interesting.
should I keep it like this?
Yeah, there you go.
Echo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do the whole podcast like that.
But as far as the U2, I don't like when bands just try to re-record their songs exactly the same. It never sounds the same.
No, they shouldn't really.
So they're doing
unless
it to
you're
get the
trying
royalties or
money back.
publishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Journey, when they first got that guy Arnold in the band, the first album was great, all originals. Then the second disc was re-recording the old hits. Why? You know, it's just like,
Well, that's a
why?
money grab.
Yeah,
That's a money
yeah.
grab. That's a Steve Perry gets no more money because he's not in the band anymore.
Yeah.
You know, or Joe. Yeah, Steve Perry. Yeah.
Yeah.
What other album?
All right. Yes, put out Mirror to the Sky. I still say they're putting out relevant music, even though, you know, there's a split with the band. But Billy Sherwood is the de facto producer of that band now. He's doing a great job. And then Jethro Tull put out, I can't pronounce it, Rock Float. It sounds really good. He doesn't have the guitar player that used to be in the band, but it sounds like a classic Tull album. If you like Tull, you'll like it. If you don't like Tull, don't listen to it. And then on just as honorable mention, the real talented guy from Oasis, Noel Gallagher, put out a new High Flying Birds album. Counts as
Flying
guys.
Birds. Yep.
And Liam too. He put out an album.
Yep. And Liam is outselling Noel. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah. Oh,
he's
and
on
then,
fire, man.
quick, Willie Nelson put out 2 albums this year. His 73rd and 74th album. This fucking guy,
Jeez,
he
went
doesn't
old
stop.
school. Yeah. Well, he's got nothing else to do.
That's true.
You know, I mean, that's not a knock on him. I mean, what is Willie going to do that he hasn't already done? So he'll sit around and just fucking keep writing music,
Which is good. He's writing
keep
songs.
recording. Yeah,
Right. Which is kind of like Bob Dylan. You may hate him, but
just
he's
gonna
writing
say,
songs.
still
you know?
writing
They should tour
songs.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the worst fucking duo in the history of music.
Willie is. You don't like
If
Willie?
those two ever
Oh,
did a
Willie.
fucking duet, that would be the worst fucking duet in the history of music. Bob Dylan and fucking Willie Nelson
Be interesting, though.
sing. Bob and Willie sing. Oh my god.
Hey, Bob.
The only thing
Maybe
worse than
I
that
didn't love
is
you.
could be fucking Yoko.
Sorry about the hurricane.
If
Yoko.
Yoko decided, that would be the only thing worse than those two.
I want to hear Yoko and Axl Rose do a duet.
Jesus.
Oh, cats in a bag.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Mark, for those albums that came out this year.
You're
It was
welcome.
A
Thank
nice
you.
throw in. We're going to move into top 10 singles this week. I decided to go at the end of a decade. Top 10 singles this week in 1979. Yeah. So,
Ooh, 79.
yeah,
Great year.
number 10 this week. What's that, Mark?
Great year.
Yeah. Transformative year in
Mhm.
music.
Yeah.
Number 10 this week in 1979, Take the Long Way Home by Supertramp. Number 9 this week in 1979, Ladies Night, Kool and the Gang.
Mm.
Number 8 this week in 1979, No More Tears, not the Ozzy Osbourne version. Barbara Streisand and Donna Summer. Can you imagine them singing
Never heard
No More Tears?
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun,
It's on a
dun-dun-dun.
piano. It's piano version
Yeah.
of No More Tears. Yeah. Number 7 this week in 1979 on the singles charts, You're Only Lonely by J.D. Souther.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
number
He's an Eagles collaborator.
Okay. That's right. He is.
Yep.
Yeah. Number 6 this week in 1979, Do That to Me One More Time, Captain and Tennille.
One more time.
Do
What does she mean by
to
that?
me One more time.
I
You
never
know
got
what she
that song.
means.
I never
It's
got
like
that song.
Afternoon Delight. You know what that shit, man. There's no hiding this.
Once is never enough with a man like you.
Don't look at me when you say that.
What a compliment. Yeah, really. I wasn't looking at Mark either.
I'm looking at my other monitor here.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, man, like Lou.
Number 5 this week in 1979 on the singles charts, Still by the Commodores. Number 4 this week on the singles charts in 1979, Send One Your Love, Stevie Wonder.
Huh?
Number 3 this week in the singles charts in 1979, Babe by Styx.
Ooh.
That's when they were
Wait,
at
that was
their biggest.
79?
That was 79, yeah.
I thought it was like 76.
Right?
No.
Right?
Wow.
No, they were a really good band in 76.
Yeah. Number 2 this week on the singles charts in 1979. Another one you would think would be earlier in the 70s, but it's not. Please Don't Go by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Wow.
They were still hitting in 79.
Yeah.
Tail end of the disco.
I-
era.
That was
Scott,
the end of it, though. They didn't
looked at-
really, the 80s weren't very good to them.
I saw some videos of him recently.
Oh, dude.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Looks like Mike Reno.
KC blocks out the Sunshine Band. What's the name of that fucking band now?
He didn't sound bad, but I would never guess that was him. If you
Oh,
said,
he's just going through the motions. He's dun, 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 dun,
my
dun.
boogie shoes.
Yeah, and he's just kind of walking. He's walking his way. He's
That's all he can
waddling
do.
across
Gotta be
the stage.
careful now. Wow.
You know, his moves are very limited now.
Yes.
Very limited.
for safety
But you know
reasons.
what? The big fat sweaty bastard is out there still doing it, and people are still going to see him. So good for him.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
I'm not knocking KC. That dude has more talent. He did it. He did it good too.
Oh,
He
yeah.
made a lot of money off that type of music.
And those songs are so simple.
I wonder if he did
shake
make a
your boot.
lot of money though. That's another
What's
thing.
that? Did he make a lot?
I wonder if he did make a lot of money on that.
You never
Yeah,
know.
you don't know about the contract he signed.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I think he wrote the stuff, but you
He
never know.
probably did. You know why? Because he never did a re-recording. As I know
Hmm.
of his old hits. So he probably did make money.
Mark, are you choking over there?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
It's very
that
very
indoor-
humid and warm up here tonight. My throat is.
It wasn't that
You're not
indoor
in
block party
Florida?
you were at.
What are you talking
No,
about?
no.
Humid and warm. Okay. All right. Number 1 this week in 1979. I fucking hate this song.
What song is that? I never
Did I
heard that
tell you
song.
that I fucking hate this song?
I've never heard that song.
Escape by Rupert Holmes. Fucking hate that song.
Who knew that was the title?
People
too?
like that. Yeah, it's the Pina Colada song.
Yeah.
But that whole Escape. It's such a fucking shit.
What do you hate about it?
The whole premise of it is fucking stupid.
I
Number
agree.
one,
I agree.
right?
I do too, but I mean, I don't hate
Wait,
it.
wait,
I just,
I fucking can't listen to that song. If it comes on the radio and I turn it, that means I fucking hate it.
It's got a quirky rhythm. From a music point, it's got a weird rhythm to it. But the thing is, they're both looking for other people.
Yeah,
And
they're
then
doing
they
to cheat on each other, and then they find each other, and then
Exactly.
they're like, "Hey, you too?
oh,
let's go back. We're good
All
now. We're good.
forgiven. I'd
Yeah,
kill it.
we're good. We're good. Yeah,
So
we're
is
good.
Pina colada a metaphor for if you like,
I don't
Like
know.
Afternoon Delight,
yeah,
or like Do That to Me One More Time.
Pina colada me one more time. Yeah.
All right,
Hit me with your best shot.
let's do the album charts from this week in 1979. And again, it's kind of interesting that we just got the top 10, and let's see how many match the top the albums, right?
Right.
So number 10 this week, this is a match. Number 10 this week in 1979 on the album charts, Midnight Magic by the Commodores,
Okay.
right? They were in the top 10. Number 9 this week in the album charts in 1979, good album, Damn the Torpedoes, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Great.
Number 8 this week, it took me a long time to like this song. I hated it when it first came out. I didn't like it at all. I didn't get it. But number 8 this week in the album charts, Tusk, Fleetwood Mac.
I hear you.
I didn't get the song at first.
I didn't either.
It was so like I didn't. Don't tell me that you love me. It just was, and I didn't like the video with the marching band. And like,
Yeah.
just didn't do anything for me. But as time went on, I said, you know what? It's an interesting song.
It is.
It
If
is.
you want to just listen to the beat and the kind of, it's an interesting song. Number 7 this week on the album charts in 1979, Wet by Barbra Streisand. So that's a match.
Mhm.
Number 6 this week on the album charts in 1979. In Through the Outdoor, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah. Let me see. What's my favorite song off that album? It's
In the evening?
In the evening. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's a great song.
I'm split.
That's one that was in the Satan, the devil movie. What was it called?
Lucifer Rising.
Lucifer
the intro.
Rising.
The intro was
Yeah.
his music from Lucifer.
Evening.
And then my favorites are All My Love and Carousel Ambra. Those two.
All
songs.
My Love is that's a great
That's a
song.
great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fool in the Rain is a great. There's a
Fool in the
lot. I
Rain.
mean,
Yeah.
They're all
you know,
good.
they're just great songs off that album. They
Yeah.
were Led Zeppelin. Did Led Zeppelin ever really put out a bad album?
No.
No.
They didn't. Think of that.
I just thought that was their most original album. It was their most unique album.
It was the most unique album. You're
Yeah,
right, Mark.
absolutely. They got lighter. They kind of,
The
they went-
keyboards. I mean, like the Carousel Ambra, that's a whole different.
That's a prog song.
Even a Fool in the Rain too. It's a shuffle.
yeah. Yep.
Great drumming.
Then they get into the whistle blows and then
And I've
the
said it
piano
many
playing.
times. If you can catch Bonham's isolated drum track from Fool in the Rain, you'll realize he's a fantastic. He's not just a basic drummer. He's a
you don't even hear it.
virtuoso.
You don't
Yeah.
even really hear it, right?
Yeah, until you hear that isolated track. You're
Yeah,
like, whoa.
that's interesting.
A lot of those shuffles are like that. Well, Jeff Porcaro from Toto took that song and the Purdy shuffle. I forgot from what Steely Dan song. He created the Rosanna beat out of those two songs.
Yeah.
And you don't realize what they're doing. And like I said, the Rosanna beat when he isolates it. I mean, I can't play that.
Right.
I can get close, but
Yeah.
it's just too weird.
Number 5 this week on the album charts in 1979, Bee Gees' Greatest by the Bee Gees.
Why wouldn't that be number top
Right.
10?
Right?
Does that cover the early years? Is that just a modern?
It's probably the greatest hit. So it
Wow.
was
It's a lot of hits.
Maybe New England was on there.
And
I'm thinking it's only the 70s stuff.
gotta get a message to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 4 this week on the album charts in 1979, Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder. Number 3 this week on the album charts in 1979, this is a match, Cornerstone by Styx.
That's a good album, besides that one song.
Yeah. Number 2 this week on the album charts in 1979, on the radio, Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2, Donna Summer.
Wow.
And number 1 this week on the album charts in 1979 to end the year of 1979, The Long Run by the Eagles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not The Wall. Wow.
Yeah,
No.
really.
The Long Run. Well, The Wall might have had a run earlier in the year.
Or later. Oh, wait. No, not
Well,
later.
this is the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that might have been a summer thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
because for some reason I think that came out around the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I
So,
just started college, and I remember that was playing that and the Zeppelin record.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mark, you know what time it is?
What is it?
It's time for
This day in music.
Yay.
what did you say?
Yay.
Penalty box.
Cool. I get a break.
I just wanted to do that again. Maybe I should do this day in music like this.
Sure.
Or should I do it like this?
Helium.
This day in music? No, that's irritating.
I kind of like
On this
it.
day in 2021, Dr. Dre divorces was settled. Let's bring Mark back.
I like all that. What are you writing on your camera for, Mark? What are you autographing your own camera?
F you. You
Nice.
can't tell me
I
what to
get it.
do. F you. You can't tell me what to do.
Well, this is a woman that earned her money. On this day in 2021, Dr. Dre's divorce was settled with the rapper producer agreeing to pay his ex-wife, Nicole Plotzker Young, $100 million.
Ouch.
More than 1/5 of the rap icon's fortune. He's made that money back since. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, right.
Young was required to move out of their Malibu beach house by the end of the month, but would keep a Rolls-Royce Range Rover Escalade limousine and Spider motorcycle, as well as all of her jewelry. So he got all her jewelry. They were married from 96 to 2020. It was a sad day. On this day in 2015, Lemmy, lead vocalist and bassist with Motorhead, died at his home in Los Angeles.
We died at home.
4 days after
In
his
Los
70th
Angeles.
birthday.
That was
Yeah.
a rent-controlled apartment, if you saw the documentary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He didn't have any money.
He was paying like $450 a month, according to, it was rent control.
But
That
he
didn't have any money.
He didn't. Did he have any money? Was he broke?
He could hang out at the Rainbow Bar and Grill every day. He did up until he died. He would have a whiskey and whatever. But rent control doesn't mean it's not. You could have a lot of money, but if you're in an apartment that has rent control when you move
Yeah,
in,
they can't kick you out. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like right downtown near the Rainbow Bar and Grill. You could
He
walk
probably
there.
lived very. He was a regular guy. Mark, while I'm doing this, do me a favor. Look up what his net worth is.
Lemmy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He died 4 days after his 70th birthday after a short battle with extremely aggressive cancer. That's usually pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
Lemmy played in several rock groups in the 60s, including the Rockin' Vickers, and worked as a roadie for Jimi Hendrix in the Nice
Wow.
before joining space rock band Hawkwind in 71, singing lead on their hit Silver Machine. Let's see. On this day, let me see.
I have a quote for you.
What's that?
At the time of his death, the estate of Motorhead frontman was estimated to be worth $8 million. However, records, which in the scheme of things, it's a lot, but it's not a lot. However, records newly released by a London probate office suggest that Lemmy was only worth around $646,000 at the time of his death.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's Motorhead.
I mean, what was happening to the Motorhead money? Well, they were not
They
popular.
put a big album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they were more of a kind of a cult following, or they, but they were Motorhead, I guess. Maybe Motorhead became more popular with people when Lemmy became popular. He was kind of a character in his own way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's funny. He wrote some songs for Ozzy Osbourne. He didn't get any money out of it though. He wrote "Mama, I'm Coming Home," one of my favorite Ozzy
right.
No
songs.
kidding, really.
Yeah.
And he didn't get any money for that. That was a hit.
Oh wait, no. Just after I moved to the States, Sharon rang me up and said, "Can you write 4 songs for me?" Made me an offer I couldn't refuse. One of them was "Mama, I'm Coming Home." I made more money out of those 4 songs than I did in 15 years with Motorhead. He probably just was not good with his money.
That's his $650,000 right there. With that song right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. On this day in 2011, Sinead O'Connor announced the end of her marriage to therapist Barry Herridge.
Never
after
marry
only
your
16 days.
Wow.
O'Connor admitted that they had made a mistake rushing into getting married. This was the Irish singer's 4th marriage.
What if married 4 times?
Yeah, she was married 4
What if Tony
times.
Soprano married Dr. Melfi?
He wanted to. Well,
Yeah.
he wanted
No,
to
he didn't want to
marry.
marry
He
her.
wanted to marry her, yeah.
He
On
wanted
this-
to do that to her one more time. That's what.
On this day in 2005, Pink Floyd were voted the greatest rock stars ever in a survey of 58,000 listeners from UK radio station Planet Rock. Led Zeppelin was voted into 2nd place. 3rd was the Rolling Stones. 4th, The Who. 5th, AC/DC. 6th was U2. 7th was Guns N' Roses. 8th, Nirvana. 9th, Jesus, Bon Jovi. And I can't believe
Come
Bon
on.
Jovi finished ahead of Jimi Hendrix at number 10. What the fuck listeners are they?
And Pink Floyd they weren't really rock stars.
You know why I hate Bon Jovi?
Zeppelin ranked below them.
I don't know.
Crap. That's
Bon
a crap.
Jovi are
Yeah.
the antithesis of rock and roll.
Led
They don't
Zeppelin
mean what
was
they play.
second. Led Zeppelin was second. Yeah.
They suck.
There was no sharks in Pink Floyd's biography.
On this day in
teenage
2003, 50 Cent's debut album, Get Rich or Die Trying, was named the biggest selling album in the U.S.
That was
in
huge.
2003. It was, with the album going platinum 6 times over. Outkast came second with Speaker Box and Love Below. That was a great album. And Linkin Park's Meteora was the 3rd biggest seller. Top 10 albums of 2003 in the USA counted for around 30 million sales. Let's see. On this day in 1998, UK radio station BBC One aired the 100 national anthems, songs voted by listeners. What the fuck? Aired the 100 national anthems, songs voted by listeners.
Could that be rock songs that were voted as anthems?
Yeah, I guess so. At number 5, Radiohead's "Creep." Number 4, Underworld, Born Slippy. Number 3, The Verve, Bittersweet Symphony. Number 2, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. And number 1, Massive Attack, Unfinished Sympathy.
I don't hear people singing these at sports games.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
I'm a creep.
No, yeah.
On this day in 1993, Canadian singer Shania Twain married record producer Mutt Lange.
Oh, that went great.
The couple separated in 2008 after 14 years of marriage. Let's see. She was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yep.
On this day in 1991, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana, and Pearl Jam all appeared at Del Mar O'Brien Pavilion, San Diego, California. On this day in 1983, having made 2 successful dives below a friend's yacht, sound familiar? To find items he'd drunkenly thrown off his own boat 3 years before, the Beach Boys' Dennis Wilson took one last dive into the Pacific and never returned from the boat moored in Marina del Rey, California.
Wow.
With the help of President Reagan, he was given a burial at sea normally reserved for naval personnel. Dennis was the only genuine surfer in the Beach Boys. Never found.
Did
Yikes.
ever hear his solo record?
No.
It's good.
It's a great record. Pacific Ocean Blue. You'd be surprised. The guy was talented.
Yeah.
You know, they all were. He could sing. He played more drums on those than we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad story.
On this day in 1978, Rolling Stone magazine voted Some Girls by the Rolling Stones Album of the Year. No doubt about that in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
The cover, designed by Peter Corsten, featured the Rolling Stones and Garnish drag alongside select female celebrities and lingerie ads. The cover immediately ran into trouble with Lucille Ball, Farrah Fawcett, Liza Minnelli, representing her mother Julie Garland, Raquel Welch, and the estate of Marilyn Monroe, who all threatened legal action. I have both versions. Plus, there's different color versions, too, because it's a striped colors, kind of like the Police Synchronicity. Each row of faces is a different color, and they did variant covers. Let's see. On this day in 1976, blues guitarist Freddie King died of heart trouble and ulcers at age 42.
Wow, what a 42.
Yeah. Eric Clapton covered his Have You Ever Loved a Woman on his Layla album. Let's see. On this day in 1974, Helen Reddy went to number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Lou.
Helen Reddy.
Come on.
What year was this?
1974.
I know it
yeah.
is.
Oh, you have my no. I Am Woman.
Nope.
The lights went out in Georgia.
That's not her. That's
Vicki Lawrence.
Vicky
Oh,
Lawrence.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
The Carol Burnett stand-in. Well, she was. Went to the U.S. singles charts
Have
with
My Baby.
Angie Baby.
Angie Baby.
The song,
You're a special lady.
The singer's 3rd U.S. number 1. The
You're
song
having
was
a baby.
turned down by Cher. Cher turned that song down.
Angie Baby.
It's a creepy song.
It is a creepy song.
Yeah.
Never to be found. Hey, you know what's cool about Dennis Wilson?
What
He
about
married Mike's loved daughter just to spite her.
Oh,
that's beautiful. Yeah. And I'm sure she married him just to spite her father.
Absolutely, because he's the biggest
Fucking
douchebag
asshole.
in rock
this
and
is
roll.
for you, Dad.
Biggest douchebag in rock and roll is right.
Do you want a video? Oh, that
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mark. You're a sick fucker.
Well,
Well, I don't like Mike Love.
Who does?
on this day in 1972, David Bowie appeared at the Hard Rock, Stretford, Manchester, England, on his Ziggy Stardust tour. On this day in 1968, the Beatles went to number 1 on the U.S. album charts with...
Hey Jude.
Nope.
Lady Madonna.
Mark?
68.
U.S., yep. U.S. number 1 album charts
Oh,
with...
album charts.
Oh, the White Album.
There you go. Yeah.
Or it's called the Beatles, if you want to be technical.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
Beatles.
The Beatles. Yeah.
Bean.
Let me see.
The Beatles.
On this day in 1968, the 3-day Miami Pop Festival took place, the first major rock festival held on the East Coast of the U.S. Interesting.
What
Well,
month was it held in?
What's that?
It was in January. Okay. Yeah, duh.
Yeah, this day in 1960. That's why they did it over here, right?
I was going to say it wasn't in July.
No. First one of these hosts, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Chuck Berry, the McCoys, Joni Mitchell, Fleetwood Mac, Marvin Gaye, the Turtles, the Box Tops, Steppenwolf, Three Dog Night, Pacific Gas and Electric, Procol Harum, Canned Heat, Iron Butterfly, and the Grateful Dead all played.
Wow.
Over 3 days. Wow. That's not a
Did
bad
they all
lineup.
open for the Grateful Dead? They were the headliners.
They might have been, yeah.
No,
I don't know
Jimmy.
why Hendrix would open for fucking anybody, but yeah. On this day in 1968, Pink Floyd appeared at the 2-day festival flight to Lowlands Paradise 2. That was the weird fucking Pink Floyd days.
Yeah.
Other acts appearing included Jethro Tull, Jeff Beck, The Pretty Things, and the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. Not the greatest festival ever. Not the greatest
There
festival.
was a lot of mud.
Yes. And finally, on this day in 1961, Danny Williams was at #1 in the UK singles charts with Moon River. Yeah. The Oscar-winning song from the film Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Great.
Born on this day, huh?
Beautiful song.
Yeah. Andy Williams made it. He brought it onto the charts, I think. Born on this day in 1978. By the way, my granddaughter turned 15 today. Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, happy birthday.
Nice.
God. Anyway, John Legend, Pussy galore,
Oh, here we go
Beta
again.
male galore.
Here we go again.
It's your body. You do what you want.
That's right. It's your body. Do what you want.
He's a
Your
gentleman.
driver's name is Murray.
He's a gentleman. You
Yeah.
better hurry.
You better hurry. Your driver's name is Murray because it's your body. Do what you want. It's a holiday song, but I'm going to get my message in. Yeah. Going to get my message in. Or I should do it like this.
Wow. This batch of Chardonnay came from 2023. It's a fine vintage.
The message. That's
Dr.
what that
Veer
is.
is awesome. He gifts you with the best gifts. You know
She
that?
really does. This was an absolute surprise too. Let's see. Born on this day. Let's see. No former singer. No, don't know this guy. Someone from some group named Black Grape, right? I don't know. Joe Diffie, you know him, Lou?
Nope.
American model, singer, and songwriter Rosie Vella. Nope. Richard Clayderman. Nope. Oh, Alex Chilton. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Alex Chilton. There was a song about him too, didn't the?
By the Replacements.
The Replacements wrote a song. Alex Chilton.
Yep.
He was the guitar and vocals with the Box Tops. Dick Diamond. No. Edgar Winter. Happy birthday, Edgar Winter. Born on this day in 1946. Let's see.
Still alive.
Yeah. Member of the rock. All right. Born on this day. Happy birthday, Alan Schwartzberg. He was with Mountain, and he played in Peter Gabriel's band. And
Wow.
toured with Linda Ronstadt. Yeah. Played with Lennon, Diana Ross. He's all right. Let's see. Happy birthday, Charles Neville. Right? Part of the Neville brothers.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Jesse Young. Played with the Coasters. Happy birthday, Dorsey Burnett. Younger brother, Johnny Burnett. I wonder if that's related to, what's his name?
It's a Rocky. Which Burnett was it? Billy Burnett?
No. Who was the guy that came out with that? Was it Rocky Burnett?
Baby,
Yeah,
I
Rocky
tried
Burnett.
to toe in the line.
One day. Yeah,
No,
either
that
way.
was Marshall
Wasn't there-
Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an Eric Burnett?
I know Rocky Burnett had a hit song in the.
It was called
90s.
"Toe in the Line."
Yeah.
Didn't he join Fleetwood Mac when Lindsay got booted?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The guitar player? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that one album where Dave Mason was a member of Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
I like the album. Nobody else does.
Happy birthday, although he's dead. Roebuck Staples. You know who Roebuck Staples is?
No, who is he?
That's Pop Staples
Pops.
with the Staples Singers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Roebuck.
Man.
Sears and Roebuck.
Yeah. Here's a Roebuck Staples. And that's it, gentlemen. That's our end of year show. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Glad I made it.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it too, buddy. Glad you made it too. Staggered and drunk.
No, I'm not.
Fucking
Look,
me and Lou were in a groove.
Look.
Fucked it up from as soon as you.
I can
me
stand
and
up.
Lou had to fucking get our shit together. We're on a nice fucking group. Hey, listen, Andre
does
the
he do?
Giant.
I can
sit
I can
down.
stand up. I'm showing you I can stand up. Now, if I was drunk,
7
it's
feet tall.
be like this.
Yeah, all 6'8" of you.
Do you know what J.D. Souther song he wrote with the Eagles? Johnny Come Lately, Mark.
And I never
Wasn't
played
that
my
a porn
guitar.
movie?
No, it's the story of my life. Oh wait, shooting blanks. Let's see.
Yeah,
I don't-
okay. Anyway, well, evidently you don't.
Yeah, right.
Evidently, that's a lie.
2 times can make 2 kids.
2 times. All right, I'm done with that.
We're a good
conversation.
Quaker family here.
Oh my lord!
Oh, no
Is there a
sheets were involved.
sheet with a hole
Yeah,
in
I was
the
just
hole?
gonna
You throw it
Oh,
over
man.
the thing. Oh my god! All right, we
Gotta end on a blue
did
note.
so good this show. We didn't go off the fucking tracks once, except now.
Well, you know, the Christmas show, you went nuts right off the gate. Fucking fuck.
Yeah, well,
You went
you
nuts.
did.
Well, that song irritates me. Not a man that controls my emotions that well. Oh, what did your buddy think of that, by the way? The one that was watching.
Which one? Alston?
I think it was the guy that you said you work with.
Alston loves you. He thinks you're awesome.
He had a good.
You know, it's funny. You know, he says it like it is. He says what he feels. It doesn't matter if you agree with him. He says what he thinks. He likes people like that.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, as I always say, thank you for your time. Thank you for all your knowledge, and especially thank you for your friendships. This was a good year. You guys really
It was a good year.
Yes. You made this podcast. I'm not going to say better, but because that I'm not going to knock Jack. In
No,
all
it's
honesty.
not. Jack is.
It's not a knock on Jack. It's just you made it easier for me. You made it easier for me. You're reliable. That's a knock on Jack.
Oh, come on.
We're consistent, if nothing
Can't
else.
go a whole show without me dogging Jack at least once. But yeah, like I said, you guys really made this podcast, brought it up to another level, and I appreciate it. I think
Up
you
or
know
down?
this by now. Yeah, brought it up another level,
Okay.
right? But it took 2 of you to replace Jack. I'll give Jack a little pat on the back that way.
I don't think
Okay.
2 replaced Jack.
No,
I don't think we
no.
replaced. Yeah,
Different vibe. Everyone
And
says
Jack-
different vibe. I will say that
where's Jack?
feedback was really different at the beginning. People they couldn't really get it. Like they were so used to me and Jack, like you guys said with the band. But then they kept listening, and you guys got more comfortable with it, and it just really started clicking. And now you guys have your fans. You have your fanboys. Yeah, you have
Will
your
Will
fanboys.
Jack be back?
I don't think so.
Really?
Oh man,
I don't think so.
I want to be a fanboy again. I
Not
just wanna
anytime
watch.
soon, that's for sure. And
Ah.
he's just his job. He's got
Yeah.
another promotion. He's doing
Oh,
Jack's doing
well, good.
fantastic.
Good.
Good.
That's good to know.
So it's just kind of one of those things. It's a time thing. Nothing
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Good.
But
It wouldn't be
anyway.
that you insulted him every 5 minutes on those shows. Wouldn't
well,
be that.
listen, he's the one who called you're an idiot. I never started those fights. He started them.
There was a lot of lifetime before the show. You guys had a
Yeah.
lot of years together.
Yeah.
Come on, there's 2 sides to every story.
I'll tell you
now.
what I didn't miss this year. Whoa. I didn't miss that. That's for sure.
Get ready for it in 2024.
Yeah, well, they can bring it on. Bring it on. Because you know what's going to happen if you do.
Penalty box.
Break time. I got my 15. I got my 45, my break time.
And like I said, everybody listening to the show, thank you for watching the live stream. Thank you for listening. If you like it, share it. If you didn't like it, thanks for watching for 2 hours and 2 hours and 30 minutes. And
Wow.
listening. You guys are the engine that runs this machine. Without you, it'd just be me talking to these guys. And, well, we always text more than we talk because they're usually slacking at work.
That's
Yeah, it's true. I sleep.
Yeah,
I
they
do
slack
sleep.
at work, so they text.
All
They
I do
text.
is press start on the copy machine. That's all I do. I
There
put my
you
feet
go.
up.
I say I'm texting with customers. That's a fine Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, we'll do with this thing.
Patty Yossi, thank you, Patty. I think I would probably say number one fan. Right?
Have a good Happy New Year, Patty.
Patty's always pleasant, always loves watching us. We're glad we could entertain you. Patty says, thanks, Scott, Lou, and Mark. Have a wonderful New Year. You too, Patty. We love you. You know what? It's like Patty can never. If I'm dogging you, Mark, she'll say, Mark is great. You know, like on my other show, like Coffee with the King, if I'm dogging Dr. Porkchop, she's Dr. Porkchop, you look fine. Like, she's so nice. She's always nice. But I don't know. She's probably laughing her ass off typing that. But hey, she's a nice person. She's a nice
She
person.
is.
And so that's it. That's it for this year. We're taking next week off. And
Okay.
I will be in the Caribbean somewhere.
Oh, have a good time.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Are you going
Absolutely.
is it a cruise?
New Year's, yeah. We're leaving Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday, yeah. And going to, I don't know, we got St. Kitts and a couple other places. Yeah. Just
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll be on the ship for New Year's Eve. Haven't had a real celebration of a New Year's Eve in a long time. Not that I miss it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it'll be interesting. And anyways, so that's it. We'll see everybody next week. And as I
2
always
weeks.
say, 2 weeks, doing the show for you. To quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, you know what, Mark? You say it.
I'm not going to say it right. You say it. You're the Morrissey fan.
Lou, you say it.
The pleasure is all mine.
No, the pleasure, the privilege is mine.
Yes. I guess close.
I think he messed it up on purpose. He didn't want to steal my thunder.
Of course not.
I offered it up. You'll never get that chance again, gentlemen. So that was it. Maybe next year at this
I'm
time
a
you'll get
team
another
player,
shot
man.
at that.
Drummers are team players. We
Yeah, there
know
you
how
go.
to finesse all this.
All right, now I'm gonna go download this and upload this and do whatever I gotta do with it. And, the AI will screw up your guys' names again. They
It's
always
hysterical,
It's
by the way.
hilarious.
What was my name? Leo Alakai or something?
I don't know
Wasn't
what it
even
was.
Close.
I was
don't know what it
a
was.
Marxist revolutionary, Max.
Yeah, something. Yeah, Max. It was Max.
Max, yeah.
You were Max. All right, everybody. We'll see you
All
in
right.
2 weeks. Have a great New